A former Nevada politician in the U.S. found guilty of a reporter's murder.
In headline sports, Jamaica looks for first medals at World Juniors in the big 100-meter finals this evening.
And later in our broadcast, in our cover story at 5:35, the OUR instructs JPS to reduce some customers' bills in the next billing period and reissue bills issued in August for customers who did not have electricity following Beryl. The Energy Minister, Daryl Vaz, will join us.
From 6 to 8, we'll broadcast live from Unicoma in New Kingston for the launch of their Better You program and health fair.
And at 8 this evening, it's Boyertings After Dark with Kareem Boyertings Weathers. All these and more as we take you home on air on your mobile, Nationwide 90 FM, Nationwide Radio, JM.com, and on the Nationwide app available in Google Play and the App Store. This Wednesday afternoon, it's Wednesday, August 28, 2024.
News at 5 teasers were brought to you by Advanced Scales and Equipment. Service is our total commitment.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Head of the Trelawney Police Division, Superintendent Winston Milton, says there's no evidence to suggest that William Knibb High School student Jamari Reed was killed in a shock attack. Initial reports say the 16-year-old was killed in an apparent shock attack while spearfishing near Fisherman's Village in the parish on Monday. Reed's body was reportedly mutilated and decapitated upon discovery. Superintendent Milton says the police are awaiting the results of a post-mortem before confirming the cause of death.
What we can confirm is that the fishermen have found the body of a male that was mutilated. What we can't confirm is the cause of the mutilation. We can't say whether it was done by shock or, whatever. We are awaiting the outcome of post-mortem to determine that. But, there have been a lot of speculation, but we work with facts, and so far we have not been able to say definitively that this was caused by a shock attack. So we'll await the outcome of the post-mortem before being definitive as to what caused this.
Superintendent Winston Milton, head of the Trelawney Police.
The Office of Utilities Regulation, OUR, has directed the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, to reduce the light bills of some customers in the September to October billing period. The OUR has also directed the Light and Power Company to reissue bills with zero consumption that do not show a corresponding zero money value. Mahiri Stewart reports.
The latest directive to the JPS is tantamount to a reversal of the hefty increases in fuel rates for the July to August billing period. In a media release on Wednesday, the OUR says it wasn't aware of the massive 32% increase in electricity bills for August. The OUR says the increases came to its attention following numerous complaints from customers of JPS once the bills were dispatched. The OUR says it has since written JPS seeking clarity about several issues surrounding the hike in electricity bills. This includes how it was executed given the OUR's responsibility to approve non-fuel and fuel rates as stipulated in Schedule 3 of JPS's Electricity License 2016. As a result, the OUR directed the Light and Power Company to reduce customers' September bills by the difference in JPS's fuel cost in July over June. The OUR noted that in 2021, JPS was advised to communicate any shock to customers which would result in a bill increase of more than 5%. The utilities regulator says it has begun an investigation into the current billing complaints. The OUR added that once the relevant information has been received from JPS, it will determine what remedies are necessary. The regulatory body also advised that its investigation into the August billing will include, but not be limited to, an analysis of the dispatch of generating plants during the period. It will also include any applicable system operating constraints encountered in the generation dispatch process during system operation. The OUR says it will also investigate the basis for the substitution of ADO for natural gas, the effect of the government tax waiver on ADO pricing, and the mechanisms to minimize the rate hikes in one-off situations. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
And the OUR says customers whose July to August electricity bills were higher than 5% of their May to June bills should first complain to JPS. Customers should ensure to provide all relevant details for the current and previous bill. If the complaint is made via the call center, you are to ensure that you get a reference number. Customers may contact OUR immediately if you're satisfied with JPS. If you're not satisfied with JPS's response, if you're told to pay the bill or the service will be disconnected, or if you receive no response from JPS within 30 working days.
And Energy Minister Daryl Vaz says the directive issued by the OUR to reissue electricity bills for the July to August period is a significant and welcomed development. Minister Vaz says he'll not relent in his advocacy and intends to follow up with both the JPS and OUR to ensure that customers who feel unfairly burdened are treated fairly.
The directive is aimed at ensuring that unjust and unfair increases are remedied in the September cycle bill. I note that OUR says the directive is tantamount to a reversal in the hefty increases via a similar process. I will be monitoring the process closely to ensure this de facto reversal materializes. It is also encouraging that the JPS has indicated that during the current billing cycle it is not prepared to punish via disconnections customers who have hefty bills which are to be remedied.
Daryl Vaz, Energy Minister. Vaz says he also awaits word from the OUR on its investigation into the current JPS billing cycle. Additionally, Minister Vaz says discussions will continue with stakeholders to ensure a special audit takes place of JPS's billing processes. He notes that there will be a keen interest in the determination of the terms of reference which will guide the probe. He says the ministry also notes with concern from the OUR that the JPS breached the protocol by issuing bills which resulted in a rate shock without explicitly agreeing those rates with the OUR. Minister Vaz insists that the JPS ensures such a situation does not reoccur and that the OUR continues to explore potential sanctions.
In other news now, Education Minister Favour Williams says the cost to repair schools damaged by Beryl has gone from an estimated $2.7 billion to more than $3 billion. Minister Williams revealed the figure while responding to questions at a post-cabinet media briefing at the office of the Prime Minister today.
Given that the number of schools assessed has increased, yes, that figure would increase, but it's not a figure that I want to publish right now. More money will be required as we go through the school year.
Minister, can you give us an estimate though as to that figure?
It's now over $3 billion.
Minister Williams says a little over a third of the country's 1,009 primary and high schools were damaged by the passage of Beryl in July.
In the first slide, you will see the number of schools that would have been impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl, 362. But I want to remind you that across the education system, we do have 1,009 primary and high schools. 647 were not impacted by Hurricane Beryl. And so those schools are in the normal mode of cleanup and readiness. So where our attention has been is on the 362 schools that suffered different levels of damage as a result of Hurricane Beryl.
Favour Williams, Minister of Education.
Meanwhile, Minister Williams indicates that schools listed as priorities 2 and 3 will be repaired during the school year. Of the 362 damaged schools, 107 have been placed in the priority 1 category. This means that they have sustained severe damage from Hurricane Beryl. Minister Williams says this method is being used to ensure that Priority 1 schools get as much attention as necessary to open by the start of the new school year on September 2.
I know that on September 2, the press will be around to take a look at schools, and I just want them to be clear that they may go to a Priority 2 or a Priority 3 school, and somebody's going to point out the damage that's there, and they will say the ministry hasn't done anything. We are going to be taking care of that repair during the school year. We simply had to put blinders on and focus on the Priority 1 schools. Those had their roofs blown off, and we just had to take care of those in order for those schools to have a chance to be opened come September 2nd.
Favour Williams, Minister of Education.
A national crisis. That's how opposition spokesman on education, Senator Damien Crawford, is describing Jamaica's poor pass rates for mathematics at the CXC level. Senator Crawford was reacting to the Ministry of Education's analysis, which shows that only 18% of this year's cohort obtained 5 subjects, including mathematics and English language. He's urging the government to undertake an in-depth analysis of the potential socio-economic issues that could be hindering the ability of students to learn the subjects. Siobhan Campbell reports.
Education Minister Favour Williams revealed earlier this week that the number of students passing 5 subjects, including mathematics and English language, had declined for 2024. Only 18% of students passed 5 subjects this year compared to 21% in 2023. Senator Damien Crawford says this is a national crisis.
It is a national crisis because there's no place for the uneducated in our future. If you look at the realities of work, muscle have been replaced by the mind. And those who used to go and mix cement on a construction site, more and more are being replaced by a premix truck. Those who used to go to chop bush on the sidewalk has been replaced by a weed whacker. So the opportunities for earning are reducing continuously and dramatically for those who are not able to offer to matriculate to tertiary education. And the impacts of that have also shown itself to be of great benefit to our society.
He says this puts Jamaica well behind the curve in comparison to the rest of the Caribbean. For example, in Trinidad, 45% of students passed at least 5 subjects, including maths and English. Senator Crawford is calling for the government to properly assess many of the socio-economic issues that affect the ability of children to attend and focus in class.
We would also want for some analysis to be done on the lunch participation for those who failed versus those who passed, for nutrition and the analysis of the impact of nutrition. We would like to see what were their progress from primary school, what were their grades for those who passed in literacy and numeracy versus those who failed. What's the single parent reality for those who passed versus those who failed? What is the distance traveled to school for those who passed versus those who failed? And is there any negative social impacts such as bullying, etc., that has been happening? We feel that this is necessary for us to eventually compete.
Minister Williams has said the ministry is working on several measures to improve the pass rate for math. These include increasing the number of mathematics teachers in schools and improving how mathematics is taught in schools. But Mr. Crawford believes how the subject is taught currently should not be the primary area of concern.
I do not believe it's a matter of teaching because our teachers are being globally recruited. The quality of our teachers are being proven by the level of recruitment that many developed countries are taking for our teachers. They could recruit from many other places and have chosen our teachers because of the quality of our teachers. Regardless of how good a teacher is, we have an attendance rate of 63% and an absentee rate of therefore 37%. That is what you call chronic absenteeism. No matter how good a teacher is, if the child is absent for factorization, I as a math teacher would have grave difficulty teaching quadratic equation, which is based on factorization.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
You're listening to Nationwide News at 5. More news after these.
Value Drug Pharmacy offers curbside pickup and delivery of your branded and generic drugs. WhatsApp your prescription to 876-881-6695. The time by Value Drug Pharmacy is
16 minutes after 5.
Rentokil Initial offers air purification solutions with triple filtration and unique auto-sensing capabilities that neutralizes malodor and replaces it with clean air. Call Rentokil Initial at 926-4236 for more details.
The temperature by Rentokil is
32 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 34 out west in Montego Bay.
St. Elizabeth! JPS has collaborated with your local hardwares to bring you some incredible discounts on selected building materials from now until August 31. Participating hardwares include Levin Electrical, Arc Manufacturing Limited, and Camric Hardware. Come, get your lumber, roofing products, and much, much more. Check the press for details or the JPS social media pages at My JPS Online. Don't miss out. Offer ends August 31. JPS, working to restore and strengthen our breadbasket parish.
Continuing the news, Acting Chief Education Officer Terrian Thomas Gale says work has begun to address the worrying statistics coming out of the 2024 May-June results of CSEC exams. During a media conference on Monday, Education Minister Fayval Williams revealed that Jamaica achieved pass rates of 33% and 76% respectively for CSEC mathematics and English. Only 18% of students passed 5 subjects, including mathematics and English language, down from 21% in 2023. Speaking at Wednesday at a post-cabinet media briefing at the Office of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Thomas Gale says intervention is being planned in the form of curriculum restructuring.
Teaching of language arts and mathematics, literacy and numeracy at the primary level. We have gone ahead to restructure our curriculum department in looking on the foundational unit. We have also looked at focusing, using our literacy and numeracy coaches in driving what we consider now a coaching method. So instead of us being more of a facilitator, we're more doing the coaching, using the coaching method in how it is that we help our teachers to implement the different methodologies that are needed to bridge that gap with the instruction and how students learn.
Mrs. Thomas Gale says students entering high school with below average results in primary exit profile exams will be given special attention. She says programs offered by teachers' colleges will also be examined by the ministry.
We have also looked at the students who are going into high school. There is a plan of work that will be sent to a group of students who we saw coming out of PEP that were performing below average, meaning that they're at the beginning, they're on pathway 2 or 3, and there is a plan of work that will be sent to them. We're targeting not just at the primary level, but we're looking across all different levels as it relates to mathematics and language arts. We're also coming out of transformation. It requires us to look at the programs that are offered at the teachers' colleges. So there is a deliberate attempt in looking at the program structure at that level as well.
Terrian Thomas Gale, Acting Chief Education Officer.
World in a Minute is brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology and integrity.
The World in a Minute.
The lawyer, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, has been detained. Perkins Rocha also serves as legal advisor for the opposition Vente Venezuela party. He's the latest person with links to the opposition to be seized in the aftermath of last month's presidential election. The BBC reports that the government of President Maduro has detained more than 2,400 people over the past month. This has created what the UN has called a climate of fear in Venezuela. Vente Venezuela says unidentified men had seized Mr. Rocha by force and his whereabouts were unknown. Rights group Provea has warned that political persecution in Venezuela has been intensifying since the government-controlled National Electoral Council declared Maduro the winner of the July 28 polls.
A former Nevada politician, Robert Tellez, has been found guilty of murder for the 2022 stabbing death of a prominent investigative journalist. The jury of 12 returned the verdict Wednesday, 2 days after closing arguments on Monday. Tellez faces a sentence of up to life in prison. Tellez, dressed in a black suit and yellow tie, appeared somber as he awaited the verdict. As it was finally read, he bowed and shook his head. It's reported that the 69-year-old journalist Jeff German was killed over unflattering articles he had authored about Tellez's leadership in office. German was found stabbed to death outside his home in the Bronze Circle neighborhood of Las Vegas on September 3, 2022. Tellez, who had served as Clark County Public Administrator, was identified as the suspect in the case and arrested 4 days later.
World in a Minute was brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology and integrity.
Recapping the top stories in nationwide news at this hour, the police say there's no evidence yet to suggest that 16-year-old William Knibb High School student Jamari Reed was killed in a shock attack.
JPS instructed to reduce the light bills of some customers in the September to October billing period.
That's the latest directive from the regulators, the OUR, which is being welcomed by the Energy Minister Daryl Vaz.
More than $3 billion to repair schools damaged by Hurricane Beryl.
Opposition spokesman on education, Senator Damian Crawford, says Jamaica's poor pass rates for mathematics at the CXC level is a national crisis. I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Roby Ann Williams.
You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on our Google Play and App Store. News next, the headlines at 6.
On Sunday, August 11th, in the quiet community of Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, our entire nation was shaken by a brutal act of violence.
Gangsters mercilessly took the lives of 8 innocent Jamaicans, including a 7-year-old boy.
These criminals will strike again, destroying more families and more communities, unless we stand together to stop them.
If you have any information that can help bring these killers to justice, please share it with the security forces.
The government has established a reward fund of $25 million for information leading to the arrest and charge of
the perpetrators who committed this heinous act,
the facilitators who supplied them with arms, intelligence, and transportation,
and those who harbor and protect these criminals after the crime.
If you know something, please say something. Call Crime Stop at 311, MOCA at 888-6622-847, NIB at 811, or JDF at 837-8888.
Together,
we will defeat gangs
and develop a culture of peace in our country.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Sports here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. Well, Kimario Bygrave of Jamaica College is on track at the moment. In fact, the athletes in the 400 meters semi-final for boys at the World Under-20 Championships over in Lima, Peru, are just been introduced to the crowd. Kimario Bygrave of Jamaica, I think he's running out of lane number 9, and he's on track at the minute to contest that semi-final, and we'll bring you the result as soon. In fact, we're monitoring. The race is just over. Ocon from South Africa seemed to have won it, and we'll tell you shortly if the Jamaican Kimario Bygrave actually is into that final, and we're just holding to see. I'm sure Bugs is closer, and he'll tell me the time that Bygrave has recorded. He's the only Jamaican in the boys 400 meters semi-final. 47.56 seconds for fourth, So the first to win each heat and the other two will go through as of time. So we're looking at the replay of the race between the Jamaican Kimario Bygrave and the rest. Win from the United States. Looked as if he was the person who was in charge of this one, but Bygrave came in fourth, and he'll just have to sit now and wait. In fact, Davies from the United States has won the first semi-final in the boys 400 meters. It's a late evening session now on day number 2 of the World Under-20 Championships over there in Lima, Peru. And Bygrave secured his spot in the semis after finishing third this morning in his heat in 47.49 seconds. The other Jamaican in the event, Jamari Mattison of William Knibb, finished fifth in his heat in 49.34 seconds. He failed to advance to the final. And the girls' 400-meter semifinals will be coming up at 5:45 this afternoon. Shanique Williams of St. Elizabeth Technical, she finished third in her heat this morning in 54.22 seconds, and she's the only Jamaican in the semifinal of the girls of 400 meters. And a little later on, Jamaica will look to open its medal account when national junior record holder Alana Reid contests the girls' 100 meters final. That will go on the way at 6:30. So 6:30 this evening, the women's 100 meters final featuring Jamaica's fastest ever junior, Alana Reid. And the boys' final will come up at 6:50. That's 20 minutes later. Gary Card from Wolmer's and DeAndre Daly from Herbert Morrison, they will be in that big final. It really promises to be a big final, and it includes Okiana of South Africa, who ran on that South African team that won the silver medal in the 4x100 meters in Paris just a couple of weeks ago. So there's an Olympic silver medalist in this boys' final. It's shaping up to be a cracking one. All right. The 2024 edition of the Caribbean Premier League, CPL, bowls off tomorrow at the Sir Vivian Richards Ground in Antigua with one game on the opening day. The Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, which replaced the former champions, the Jamaica Talawas, will make their debut against St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots starting at 5 p.m. Jamaica time. The Guyana Amazon Warriors are defending champions, and they will enter the competition on Friday against the Falcons. Meanwhile, the tournament lost one of its biggest stars even before a ball is bowled. South Africa has pulled out. Well, it's Heinrich Klaassen of South Africa. He's pulled out due to a family emergency. The middle-order batsman is one of the world's best power hitters, especially against slow bowling, and it's a significant loss for the St. Lucia Kings, who had signed him up in June ahead of the CPL draft. And Jamaica's national under-17 youth cricket team will be back in action in the West Indies Rising Stars 50-over tournament on Thursday when they face the host Trinidad and Tobago at Inchan Alley Park starting at 9 o'clock Jamaica time in the morning. This will be the third game for the young Jamaicans in this format. Tuesday's matchup against Guyana ended in a no result due to rain, with Jamaica all out for 152 and Guyana not able to respond. Their first game against the Leeward Islands was abandoned without a ball bowled. In other third-round matches tomorrow, the Leeward Islands will face Barbados at Couva, and the Windward Islands will take on Guyana at Gilbert Park. Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. says he and his teammates will leave the pitch if they face any more racism this season. The Brazilian superstar broke down in a press conference early this year when talking about the abuse he has encountered, saying, quote, he felt less and less like playing football. And now Vinicius says Real Madrid will walk off if they need to this season. Just to repeat, Kimario Bygrave of Jamaica College finished fourth in the first semi-final of the boys 400 meters at the World Juniors, now taking place in Lima, Peru. And because he finished fourth, he didn't get one of the two qualifying spots as of right. He'll now have to wait to see the times of other losers in the next two semi-finals, which of course the second one is right now on track. So we'll continue to monitor the World Under-20 Championships for you. Remember now, the girls' final tonight with Alana Reid is at 6:30 Jamaica time, and the men's final with Gary Card and DeAndre Daly, that will come your way at 6:50, with Jamaica looking to open their medal account at these championships. That's sports.
Can you imagine getting a marketable skill for free? Your government has made it possible for anyone wanting to learn a skill to get free training through the Heart and STA Trust. Learn a new skill and expand your horizons.
The time by the Office of the Prime Minister is
5:31.
St. Elizabeth! JPS has collaborated with your local hardwares to bring you some incredible discounts on selected building materials from now until August 31. Participating hardwares include Levin Electrical, Arc Manufacturing Limited, and Camric Hardware. Come, get your lumber, roofing products, and much, much more. Check the press for details or the JPS social media pages at My JPS Online. Don't miss out. Offer ends August 31. JPS, working to restore and strengthen our breadbasket parish.
It's back to school time, and Access Financial Services is making it easier for you to get full marks. Whether it's for school supplies, uniforms, or tuition fees, we've got you covered with loans up to $3 million. Enjoy reduced interest rates, and here's the best part, no guarantor needed. So get ready to tackle the new school year with confidence with a back-to-school loan from Access Financial Services. Get the financial boost you need to succeed. Apply at www.accessfinanceonline.com or call 929-9253. Conditions apply.
St. Elizabeth! JPS has collaborated with your local hardwares to bring you some incredible discounts on selected building materials from now until August 31. Participating hardwares include Levin Electrical, Arc Manufacturing Limited, and Camric Hardware. Come, get your lumber, roofing products, and much, much more. Check the press for details or the JPS social media pages at My JPS Online. Don't miss out. Offer ends August 31. JPS, working to restore and strengthen our breadbasket parish.
Don't compromise on water storage. Choose Rhino water tanks, Jamaica's top pick for over 25 years. Built strong. Purchase a water harvester for an additional water supply. Rhino water tank, Jamaica's choice.
Taboo topics, bulletins after dark,
riveting discussions,
celebrity news and interviews,
topics that are shunned by society,
and everything else in between.
Boyatings After Dark with Kareem Boyatings each and every Wednesday, 8 to 11 p.m.
Boyatings After Dark.
No topic is too taboo or hard to discuss. Come get your mind blown and your curiosity explored.
Boyatings After Dark.
As we grow older, there are many challenges that we have to confront, but these years can represent the best in our lives. Coming of Age during Nationwide This Morning on Thursdays explores issues persons 50 and over confront. It also provides expert opinions on how we can improve the quality of our lives as we get older. That's Coming of Age, this and every Thursday during Nationwide This Morning at 6:51 a.m.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton. Weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Cover Story is brought to you by Hyundai. Modern, premium, affordable vehicles.
Good afternoon. It's 5:35 and it's time for the cover story on today, Wednesday, the 28th of August, 2024. I'm Siobhan Campbell.
Good afternoon, listeners. Good afternoon, Siobhan. I'm Ricardo Brooks.
Good afternoon, Sir Brooks. Where are you and how are you doing?
I'm doing well. We're in New Kingston at Unicomma for their health fair and their Better You Health Fair launch. So around about 6 o'clock, we'll tell the listeners all about that.
Yes, but before we get to that, though, we have matters to discuss in terms of the Office of the Utilities Regulation, OUR, which has instructed the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, to reduce some customer bills in the next billing period. It also instructed JPS to reissue bills issued in August with zero consumption that do not show a corresponding zero money value.
The OUR says the scale and extensiveness of the JPS bill increase for August came to their attention after the utility company began to dispatch the bills and customers started to complain about high electricity charges. The The OUR also says they've begun investigation into the current billing complaints.
It says once the relevant information has been received from the JPS and analyzed, they will determine what, if any, remedies are necessary. Pending the outcome of its investigation, the OUR says it has written to JPS explaining that within the context of the current hike in electricity bills, how it was executed, and given the OUR's responsibility to approve non-fuel and fuel rates as stipulated in Schedule 3 of the JPS's electricity license 2016, it finds it necessary to direct the power company to reduce customer bills in 2024 September by the difference in JPS's fuel cost in 2024 July over June.
The OUR also says its investigation into the 2024 August billing will include, but is not limited to, an examination into the dispatch of generating plants during the period, any applicable system operating constraints, generation and transmission encountered in the generation dispatch process during system operation in 2024. That's July of 2024.
It also says the basis for the substitution of ADO for natural gas will also be examined, the effect of the government tax waiver on ADO pricing, and the mechanism to minimize the rate hikes in one-off situations. The OUR also says the regulator says they will wrap up its investigation promptly and will engage with JPS to agree on the treatment of any verifiable increases that are appropriate. And we are now joined by the Energy Minister himself, Daryl Vaz, to analyze this new announcement and directive from the OUR. Good afternoon, Sir Vaz.
Afternoon to you and your listeners.
Good afternoon, Minister.
So the first question, obvious one, Minister Vaz, your reaction to this announcement from the OUR?
So finally, I think OUR and myself are on the same page. I mean, this is what they have announced is a no-brainer. I had recommended a different formula, but they have decided on this formula, which they say equates to the same thing. And the bottom line is that I just want to reassure the customers of the JPS that I'm not going to let this matter rest based on the statement that the OUR has made. I'm going to make sure and monitor that this thing is resolved and is resolved equitably so that we can bring a closure to it. And then from there, obviously, put in the necessary reviews and audits to make sure that whatever amendments need to be made are made to the Act, to the license, and to wherever else it leads us. But it is a welcome announcement, overdue in my estimation. But basically, remember I had written them, and they wrote me back to confirm that this was the position. And I had indicated to them that my own thoughts were that they should credit the increase to the increase of the August bills to the September bills, and for those persons who had paid specifically, and for those who did not pay, that they should pay at the increase, less the increase. So the formula still works out, but it's going to be important to see what it is that is done for September. And that is what has to be monitored to make sure, as I said, that fairness and equity is received by the JPS customers. I have received several bills from persons that have seen revised bills and reductions, for which I welcome, and I would only encourage all else who think that they have a problem or are not getting the response that they want to continue to send the bills to JPS complaints at mset.gov.jm and OUR complaints at mset.gov.jm because we have to monitor this, and that's what I'm committing to the customers, that this is not a statement by OUR is welcomed, but this is not the end of this. This is not the end of this saga.
Certainly,
until such time as OUR has reviewed and has recommended what the actual increase should be.
Minister, during a recent sit-down with the OUR, they made it known that, I think, going back as far as 2016, the JPS has challenged every directive received from the OUR. Do you anticipate, or have you had word from JPS that they will comply with this directive? We've been trying to get to them all afternoon.
I have, there was a board meeting today, and I've gotten a preliminary update from my government board members. And I also had a quick chat a while ago with the president of the JPS, the new incoming president, who I find to be very proactive, and I have quite admiration for his style so far. And yes, we had an amicable discussion, and we discussed some things on the way forward, and we have an agreement in terms of how we're going to proceed. So I don't think that the old-time JPS style is going to continue. I think this new president, based on what he has inherited, realizes that it's not in anybody's interest to continue on the trajectory that they were.
So customers can be reasonably assured that JPS will comply.
I can give them that assurance, yes. The mechanisms have to be worked out, and OUR and the JPS have to continue discussions, which they will. But the good thing is that there is no disconnection. They have suspended disconnection till September 15th. And I suspect if they need to extend that, they will, depending on where they are with the discussions with OUR. But I have gotten commitments from both the OUR and JPS that this is priority, and that they will work assiduously to be able to come up with a review in relation to the formula for the bill. And then, of course, after that, move on to the other issues of the audit and the reviews, etc. That will take some time, but we don't want to tie the review of the bill into all the other steps that have to be taken.
But Minister, I do wonder though, because according to this is pending the OUR's investigation, and they say determine what, if any, remedies are necessary. Could we end up in a situation where all that is accomplished here is reversed at a later date, essentially putting customers back at square one?
I highly doubt that. And based on the discussions that I've had with the head of the OUR and the JPS president up to a few minutes ago before I came on the call, I feel confident that we are all on the same page. Finally, meaning the minister, the government, and then in terms of what needs to be done and the urgency in which it needs to be done. So I also asked the president a while ago about where we were for the August 31st restoration, and he will be giving a statement tomorrow on his visit down there. But he tells me that he is expecting a possible earlier date than the 31st, which could be as early as tomorrow or Friday. So also that is welcome news, but there are still some areas that got back light and have lost light again. So I expressed to him that I would prefer him to go and make sure that the light has been fully restored before he makes any such announcement. So it's positive news, I must say, based on where we're coming from and where we are. And I have to give credit to the president because he came in on August 1st. And what I've seen happen between August 1st and now is he has been honest, straightforward, but proactive and leading from the front. Physically going down to St. Elizabeth and leading the team down there, which is, as I said, that's my style. So he and I look like we'll have a good relationship based on our similarities in leadership style.
Okay, Minister, stay with us. We're up on the break.
Live exquisite this year with new arrival Black & Chrome fixtures for your home at Unique Living. Select from a wide variety of rain shower systems, fabulous faucets, and stylish sinks to suit your kitchen and bathrooms. Get uncompromised quality and style unique to you. Shop everything new at Unique Living, Jamaica's leading shower and faucets provider. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10, or call 876-755-3661 to 2.
Nationwide at 5. It's the cover story. I'm Ricardo Brooks, coming to you live from New Kingston at the Unicoma Health Fair, and Siobhan Campbell is in studio. Our guest this afternoon is the Energy Minister, Darrell Vaz. And Minister, in many ways, you must feel vindicated because there is a way in which you were starting to face backlash, that you were grandstanding, that you were trying to extract some political advantage from this crisis. You must feel vindicated.
Put it this way: this is not something to gloat about. This is a very, very, very serious matter, and it required leadership from the front. So for those people who think that my advocacy was for political points or for whatever, that's fine. But I think they're in the minority. I think Jamaican people realize that that's just my style, and I'm very strong on equity and justice, and I don't like injustice of any form or any kind. And therefore, I don't pay those things any mind, to be honest with you. I just I do my work, I do what I have to do, but I do what I believe is the right thing. And if it turns out to be the wrong thing, then I'm the first to tell you that I was wrong. I'm just a straight shooter, simple as that. But this required it. This absolutely required the type and style of leadership that I brought to the table. I make no apology for that. If not, we wouldn't be talking about what we're talking about now.
And certainly, Minister, as you stated, this is not the end of it. There's still quite a few niggling issues to work out as it relates to the OUR and the JPS.
This is nothing to celebrate about, because we still have not got a resolution to this particular matter, and we haven't got a resolution to the overall fundamentals of what has transpired and what has caused us to be in this. And let me just say clearly that there's enough blame to go around the table. So when you hear me speak and hit out against OUR and JPS, there are issues that legislators should have done and did not do. And the fact of the matter is that it's with me now, so I have to do it. If not, I'm going to be labeled as one of those legislators that didn't act and do what is right and what is needed to be done to protect the JPS customers. And in saying that, I just want to sound another warning. The telcos have gotten away because of the lack of electricity, and that has been a cry from them in terms of running the generators and the inefficiency of that, etc. Once JPS can confirm that restoration, all island restoration is in, then the telcos are going to have to answer me as to why so many people have no internet, have no data, have no phone service, because that also is a major problem. So let me just sound a warning to my good friends at Digicel and Flow that you are now on my radar, because the complaints that I have been getting, I've had to ignore them because of the fact that JPS has been so far behind in terms of restoration, and the cell sites need electricity to be efficient. So I expect that between now and weekend, we will know that JPS has restored, and then after that, so they can start to prepare the reports for me from now, so that I can have them for Monday morning in relation to how many cell sites remain out, how many areas remain out, and when and why is this. So it's not over. Burial recovery is not over until everything is restored. Water, the pumps, the NIC pumps that are still not energized, the Water Commission pumping stations that are still not energized. So we still have work to do, gentlemen. We still have work to do. Still have work to do.
And let me ask you, you've mooted the idea of perhaps exploring a commission of inquiry into JPS's conduct post-burial to this point. Are you still intent on pursuing that, or are you going to put that to the side for now?
100%. What is whether it is a commission inquiry or audit or whatever, it is going to be an external. I know that OUR has indicated that they are also minded to do the same thing. So I'll have to have discussions, but I'm not going to allow for the government and the ministry not to have their own outfit, whether it is auditing firm, whatever it is, to make sure that the information that I get, I have full confidence in it. So it's a discussion that has to be had, but it's not going to be the regulator alone or JPS and the regulator. There has to be some external expertise that comes to the table on behalf of the government and the ministry and the people of Jamaica.
And Minister Vaz, we had suggested, I believe last week, that there would have been an emergency meeting held by the JPS this Wednesday, and I suppose you partially confirmed that that meeting did take place with the board of the utility, and at top of the agenda was the actions taken by Mr. Vernon Douglas. Have you heard from your members of the board if any such decisions have been taken?
No, I haven't got a formal report from them. They just spoke to me about what transpired in relation to the bill review and the way forward with that, which is why I was able to tell you that after speaking to the president and the board members, I'm satisfied that we are going to move seriously on that to have a resolution so that when the September bills come out, they will reflect the reductions that we are so anxious to see happen for the customers of JPS.
I know that you're getting, I suppose, partially the resolution that you wanted. Do you still feel as confident as you were last week that Mr. Douglas should face some form of sanction?
Well, I'm on record. I'm on record, and what I said on record remains on record, right? And it is for the management and the board of the JPS to decide whether or not they agree with me and whether they're going to do anything about it. And well, as I said, that is totally out of my remit, but I know if I was there what I would do. But again, that's my own personal opinion.
If I could take you down another road now, Minister Vaz, you're one of the most senior members of the cabinet, and I know you're one of the Prime Minister's most trusted advisors. You've said you don't want the job of finance minister. Have you started advising the Prime Minister on who he should potentially look to?
I would never even think of doing that, because the fact of the matter is, as you know, that is the remit of the Prime Minister and only the Prime Minister, and who he wishes to discuss that with is his prerogative, and therefore if he doesn't ask me, it wouldn't be proper for me to raise it with him. So you haven't been asked. It's new and fresh in terms of the decision and the position of Nigel going to the IMF, and I'm sure that the Prime Minister and Minister Clark and whoever else he wishes to have discussions with will come up with a replacement. And if he decides to ask me my opinion, I'd be more than willing to opine. But I wouldn't do that without.
So does that mean you have a potential candidate in mind? You have somebody who you think would be?
No, not at all. I mean, the truth of the matter is I think that there are people inside the cabinet and outside of the cabinet that are more than capable. It's a tall order in terms of the successes that Nigel had. But as I said yesterday at the opening of the buses, the handing over the buses, that these are policies. These are policies that are decided on by the cabinet. And therefore, anybody who comes in will be guided by the policies that Minister Clark was guided by, and of course, continue on the trajectory that the government has put us on.
And well, let me put it this way, Minister, as a senior legislator and a senior cabinet member, do you foresee the new finance minister coming from the ranks that are there, or do you see a potential attempt to recruit from otherwise?
I think that he could go either way, because the fact of the matter is that, as the Prime Minister said yesterday, Minister Clark was coming straight out of the private sector. He was never involved in the rank and file of the party, and there are other people, as the Prime Minister said yesterday at the launch of the buses. So he has a wide pool. He has within the cabinet and outside of the cabinet, bearing in mind that it is a requirement to serve as Minister of Finance to be in the lower house. So it means that if he was to take somebody from outside of the cabinet, outside of the lower house, I should say, then there would have to be a facilitation, as there was for Minister Clark, to come in through through the lower house.
But certainly there's space for that facilitation, Minister. You have quite a few senior people who are to be stepping down shortly.
Yeah, you have 49 seats. You have a wide, you have young and old and middle age.
You won't be drawn. You're taking us around town. You won't be drawn.
He has his options wide open to him, and I know that he will make the right decision when the time comes, whenever that is.
All right, let me take you back to your portfolio now. The buses, the 100 buses, in terms of rollout, we expect that to start next Monday for school?
Next Monday, we rolled out 87 buses today.
So they're already on the road.
87 buses, and I went unannounced to the Halfway Tree Bus Center this afternoon to basically look to make sure for myself. And the bottom line is that the buses were there. Still complaints from commuters, most of them legacy complaints. But there were also some complaints in relation to today's activities, even with the 87 buses. And the fact of the matter is that the government has done what they committed to do, which is to provide 100 buses with another 100 buses. And the management of JUTC has to now come to the table to utilize those buses in the most efficient manner for all the routes to be able to see the improvement of the efficiency and the service. So I intend to have a meeting with the board and the management of the JUTC next week, now that I have delivered on my commitment, because going forward it will be zero tolerance for inefficiency of management of the JUTC. Whether it's a dispatcher, whether it's maintenance, whether it's a general manager, whether it is the Halfway Tree Bus Center manager, I am calling in everybody, because you know that efficiency is what is going to give the service that people are waiting for after decades of suffering on the roads. So we have made a huge thing. Next week is orientation. So I think next week won't be full. I think the Monday the 9th will probably be the big rollout of back to school. So we have a few days left to tweak, and we are going to do what we have to do. But it will not be successful without full cooperation from the JUTC staff at all levels. So that's now that the JPS thing is on track, next week will be JPS and the telcos. And as I said before, the 100 buses, just for those people who are not listening to the speech yesterday, a diesel bus would cost $60,000 to fill. A CNG bus costs $20,000. There's a savings of $40,000 per day per bus. That is times 125. That's $5 million a day. Times 365 days. That's $1.8 billion of savings just in the switching over from diesel to CNG. We're going cashless by January. So the leaking of the diesel that was taking place is going to be minimized. And most importantly, the leakage from the fares that were going into other pockets and other coffers, there'll be no cash come January. So you're going to see the improvement in the efficiency and the savings in JUTC come January morning. We are refurbishing buses, 30 of the big articulated buses and 24 of the hill route buses that go up into Border and Temple Hall and Garden Town and those places. And I just sent down 12 buses to Montego Bay Metro to improve their services in Montego Bay to serve Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, and Trelawney, including schools. So we are moving, and of course you would have heard the Minister of Finance give the approval yesterday for the second 100 buses, which we'll deposit on by the end of this year, first quarter, get them here by July next year. And of course, the service contract for the 100 buses for 3 years, spare parts, and warranty. So it's a holistic approach to make sure that the buses have parts, the buses are serviced, the buses have cashless system in them, and most importantly, the savings on energy, clean energy, environmentally friendly. So we're moving ahead, and good things are coming for 2025.
Minister, tangential to that, I know that there was the request from the government. You and the finance minister jointly called for the PPV operators to hold strain and forego the second part of their increase that was due to them. Is that still in effect, and for how long, considering inflation is more or less stable now?
Still in effect, and the Minister of Finance, when we met, had indicated to them that he would not be able to review it until possibly the first quarter of 2025. So we are watching the inflation rates, but that is something that I will definitely have to have a discussion with him on before he vacates, to see exactly what his thoughts are, and of course make sure that that is on the radar for the new finance minister, because the transport operators have been very, very, very patient, very understanding, and very patriotic in this move, and still have the commitment that I made to them for the increase, for the second part of the increase. So it is definitely something that I would like to fulfill as a commitment that I made, that I would like to see happen as soon as possible.
That is Energy Minister Daryl Vaz. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Again,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you all, and for your cooperation and your patience. And as I said before, we're looking forward to working together to move us forward.
Well, you've had a rough month, man.
Most definitely.
You've had a rough month.
And the PM and I are going on the bus on back to school morning, so you can come with us.
All right.
Well, that's it for the cover story. Thank you,
All right.
Minister Vaz, for joining us.
Cover Story was brought to you by Hyundai. Modern, premium, affordable vehicles.
Whether you're overseas or in Jamaica, everybody wants their little piece of yard. Well, that's where a JMMB bank mortgage comes in. With JMMB, you'll get more support, more incentives, more benefits, more coverage with JMMB insurance brokers. And also, we give you more time to repay. Your JMMB mortgage expert will answer all of your questions and guide you through every step along the journey. You're not alone with JMMB. Contact us at info@jmmb.com and learn how you can get more than just a mortgage.
It's IQ Optical's sizzling summer sale. For this month only, get 50% off lenses when you purchase a frame. Kids get free lenses with a purchase of a frame. Make the intelligent choice with IQ Optical. Conditions apply.
My Mega
With so much to do in one location, make Megamart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills. Fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Megamart, the best value by far.
Unicommer Jamaica presents Better You, a health and wellness initiative designed to empower a healthier workforce. Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, August 28, 2024, as we come to you live from Unicommer's Better You Health Fair and launch. Don't miss all the excitement and highlights as we learn more about how Unicommer invests in the health and well-being of its employees. Health checks, nutrition tips, exercise classes, free medicals for the kids, games, giveaways, and enough prizes. Don't miss Better You, promoting a healthier you to a better you. That's a live broadcast of Nationwide at 5 from 6 to 8 p.m. on August 28, 2024. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Unicomer.
Nationwide headlines at 6.
Good evening with the headlines at 6. I'm Mahiri Stewart. Head of the Trelawney Police Division, Superintendent Winston Milton, says there is no evidence to suggest that William Knibb High School student Jamari Reed was killed in a shark attack. Initial reports say the 16-year-old student was killed in an apparent shark attack while spearfishing near Fisherman's Village in the parish on Monday. Reed's body was reportedly mutilated and decapitated upon discovery. Superintendent Milton says the police are awaiting the results of the post-mortem before confirming the cause of death.
What we can confirm is that the fishermen have found the body of a male that was mutilated. What we can't confirm is the cause of the mutilation. We can't say whether it was done by shock or, whatever. We are awaiting the outcome of post-mortem to determine that. But, there have been a lot of speculation, but we work with facts, and so far we have not been able to say definitively that this was caused by a shark attack. So we'll await the outcome of the post-mortem before being definitive as to what caused this.
Winston Milton, head of Trelawney Police. The Office of Utilities Regulation, OUR, has directed the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, to reduce the light bills of some customers in the September to October billing period. The OUR has also directed the Light and Power Company to reissue bills with zero consumption that do not show a corresponding zero money value. The directive to JPS is tantamount to a reversal of the hefty increases in fuel rates for the July to August billing period. In a media release on Wednesday, the OUR says it wasn't aware of the massive 32% increase in electricity bills for August. The OUR says the increases came to its attention following numerous complaints from customers of JPS once the bills were dispatched. The OUR says it has since written JPS seeking clarity about several issues surrounding the hike in electricity bills. This includes how it was executed given the OUR's responsibility to approve non-fuel and fuel rates as stipulated in Schedule 3 of JPS's Electricity License 2016. As a result, the OUR directed the Light and Power Company to reduce customers' September bills by the difference in JPS's fuel cost in July over June. And Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says the directive issued by the OUR is a significant and welcomed development. Minister Vaz says he'll not relent in his advocacy and intends to follow up with both the JPS and OUR to ensure customers who feel unfairly burdened are fairly treated.
The directive is aimed at ensuring that unjust and unfair increases are remedied in the September cycle bill. I note that OUR says the directive is tantamount to a reversal in the hefty increases via a similar process. I will be monitoring the process closely to ensure this de facto reversal materializes. It is also encouraging that the JPS has indicated that during the current billing cycle, it is not prepared to punish via disconnections customers who have hefty bills, which are to be remedied.
Darrell Vaz, Energy Minister. Education Minister Fayval Williams says the cost to repair schools damaged by Hurricane Beryl has gone from an estimated $2.7 billion to over $3 billion. Minister Williams revealed the figure while responding to journalists at a post-cabinet media briefing at the office of the Prime Minister on Wednesday.
Given that the number of schools assessed has increased, yes, that figure would increase, but it's not a figure that I want to publish right now. More money will be required as we go through the school year.
Minister, can you give us an estimate though as to that figure?
It's now over $3 billion.
Fayval Williams, Minister of Education. And Acting Chief Education Officer Terry-Ann Thomas Gale says work has begun to address the worrying statistics coming out of the 2024 May-June results of CSEC exams. During a media conference on Monday, Education Minister Favour Williams revealed that Jamaica achieved pass rates of 33% and 76% respectively for CSEC Mathematics and English. Only 18% of students passed 5 subjects, including Mathematics and English Language, down from 21% in 2023. Speaking on Wednesday at a post-cabinet media briefing at the Office of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Thomas Gale says intervention is being planned in the form of curriculum restructuring.
Teaching of language arts and mathematics, literacy and numeracy at the primary level. We have gone ahead to restructure our curriculum department in looking on the foundational unit. We have also looked at focusing, using our literacy and numeracy coaches in driving what we consider now a coaching method. So instead of us being more of a facilitator, we're more doing the coaching, using the coaching method in how it is that we help our teachers to implement the different methodologies that are needed to bridge that gap with the instruction and how students learn.
Terry-Ann Thomas Gale, Acting Chief Education Officer. Those are the headlines at 6. I'm Mahiri Stewart. Sports might be next.
Drive Hyundai. Hyundai vehicles beyond your dreams with an exclusive 4.99% interest rate. Yes! Shop Hyundai vehicles and get a super low 4.99% interest rate on your car loan. Plus 2 years free service, 1 year insurance, and 5 years warranty. Offer valid on all 2024 Hyundai vehicles. Drive your Hyundai with the lowest interest, 4.99%. Conditions apply.
Get ready, Ocho Rios. Express Fitness is coming to the Draxall Commercial Complex on August 31, 2024 with exciting perks just for you. Our gym will be open 24/7, offering state-of-the-art equipment and complete with showers and secured parking. Experience a variety of group fitness classes and become part of our supportive FitFam community. Don't miss out on this fitness revolution. Join us at Express Fitness in the Draxall Commercial Complex. Visit our website or call 1-888-FITNESS for pre-opening specials. Express Fitness, express your best self.
Unicomer Jamaica presents Better You, a health and wellness initiative designed to empower a healthier workforce. Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, August 28, 2024, as we come to you live from Unicomer's Better You Health Fair and launch. Don't miss all the excitement and highlights as we learn more about how Unicomer invests in the health and well-being of its employees. Health checks, nutrition tips, exercise classes, free medicals for the kids, games, giveaways, and enough prizes. Don't miss Better You, promoting a healthier you to a better you. That's a live broadcast of Nationwide at 5 from 6 to 8 p.m. on August 28, 2024. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Unicomer.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
The Oasis is brought to you by Solar Tech Jamaica. We use the gift of the sun to power our world.
Join Nationwide 90 FM on Thursday, August 29, 2024 during the E-Zone, hosted by Kareem Boyatings and Honey B from 1 to 3 p.m. at Church Teachers College, 40 Manchester Road, Mandeville. Church Teachers College celebrates its 60th anniversary Diamond Celebration under the theme Celebrating a Legacy of Excellence, boldly meeting the demands of the 21st century and beyond. The celebrations kick off with a press launch and cocktail on Thursday, August 29, 2024, followed by a welcome matriculation and launch on Sunday, October 6, 2024. These events mark the beginning of their journey to honor their rich history while focusing on innovative strategies to prepare their students for the future. That's a live broadcast of Church Teachers College 60th anniversary on Thursday, August 29, 2024 during the E-Zone, hosted by Kareem Boyatings and Honey B from 1 to 3 p.m. at Church Teachers College, 40 Manchester Road, Mandeville on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is sponsored by Church Teachers College, Mandeville.
Good evening to you. Thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're just joining us, good evening to you. You're tuned in to Nationwide at 5. I'm Ricardo Brooks. I'm coming to you live from New Kingston, the parking lot of Unicom. They're having their Better You Health Fair launch here at 5 Haining Road. And it's also a health fair. The Unicom Group, listeners, is a multinational retailing and consumer finance group headquartered in San Salvador. In El Salvador, it has regional offices in Miami, Trinidad, here in Jamaica, and in Costa Rica. It operates several chains of retail brands in the consumer durables sector, specializing in furniture, audio and video, appliances and electronics in Central America, the Caribbean, South America, and the United States. Now, the group was founded in 2000, and it has been operating in 21 countries with over 13,000 staff members across 25 brands. And some of the brands, you know them. Radio Shack, of course, you know Quartz, you know Lucky Dollar, Ashley Furniture Store, and Servitec, among others. So some of these brands, you're familiar with them. They operate here in Jamaica. Now, this Better You program is built around 3 components. The Walk Up, yeah, WK Up, Walk Up, yeah. It emphasizes the importance of regular physical activity, improving health and productivity. The Meds Up, which focuses on mental wellness and highlights the economic and personal benefits of mental health support. And the Vibes Up encourages social interactions through fun events, boosting team cohesion and job satisfaction. The launch this evening will feature workout sessions, free medical checks for children, free eye tests by Quartz Optical, and healthy eating tips. And they have a lot of booths here. Let me just tell you quickly some of the sponsors who are here. They have Express Fitness, the Heart Foundation, Her Flow Foundation, JP Foods, Jamaica Aid Support for Life, Quartz Optical, Quartz Ready Cash. They have Quartz, Fruit Blossoms, Fraser Fontaine and Kong Insurance Brokers, Ayrton's Distributors, Excelsior is here, Dairy Industries, Exhale Spa, and Dana promises me that I can get a complimentary massage, she says, so I'm looking forward to that. Sagicor is here, Juice Junkie, Legal Aid Council of Jamaica, Pepsi, Pure Water, and Grace Kennedy. So it's a full house, yeah, full affair. And I'm going to take you to the stage now where Ms. Kari Stewart, the Human Capital Director of the Better You program, she is talking about the importance of investing in you. She's a Human Capital Director at Unicom. She is on stage, and we're going to take you to the stage now so you can hear what she is saying.
To deliver on these dreams and on these hopes. And if we think about the statistics that's out there today, that says 70% of deaths in Jamaica are caused by non-communicable diseases, we know that it is important for us to have a conversation like this and to launch our health and well-being program here today. Now, with numbers like that, it's important for us to take our physical and emotional well-being very seriously. And so the Better You program is designed to help you with that. There are 3 components, and I hope everybody's listening, because there may just be a prize to call back what the 3 components of the Better You program entails. The first one is called Walk Up. And the Walk Up it focuses on the physical wellness. We've partnered with our Express Fitness group. We've been with them since last year, and they have been kind enough to partner with us to ensure that our employees keep moving. Our employees inject some workout into their daily lives. And so if you've not yet signed up with Express Fitness, you have the opportunity to do so, because we do have that partnership live and direct. And thank you very much to Express Fitness. Now, we will also, as a part of our physical wellness program, we'll also have group fitness classes. Yesterday we had our dance-a-size. We'll have outdoor challenges. We'll have hikes through our partners of FFK, which is our current brokers. And we'll have challenges like, water drinking challenges, etc. Let us keep our physical wellness front and center. Next, we have our Meds Up. And Meds Up focuses on the mental wellness. And again, calling out our partners, Fraser Fontaine and Kong Limited, who will partner with us to create an additional option whereby our employees can get some support through speaking with experienced psychologists. Whether it has to do with your personal life or otherwise, there will be channels for which you can seek support, employee support. So that is where the mental wellness comes in. And finally, the third bucket is Vibes Up. And Vibes Up is our fun, and more fun. And so what we want to do with our Vibes Up component is that we want to ensure there is team bonding. We are getting an opportunity to celebrate achievements, and we want to create opportunities for us to connect outside of work, the physical building. And so there are so many different things that are coming down the pipeline that we speak about consistently. Our Fun Day is coming up in September. We will be launching our rewards and recognition program, platform called Kudos. This will be launched in September also. You can look forward, as a part of our 65th anniversary celebration, you can look forward to our gala in December. And of course, there are also our events that we have, our parties. We had 2 earlier this year. We had 1 right here at this location, and we also had another one central. So our Western and our Northern team, you can look forward to us coming your side to also have those executions. And so this year, we want to create the foundation around Better You, around your health and wellness. This is just the start, team. We continue to embed this because it's important for you to not only be present and very, very active within the workspace. We know that through good health and wellness, you will become productive. So thank you very much, team, and looking forward to your supporting all elements regarding Better You. Thank you very much and have a great evening.
Thank you so much. I like how she's talking from her heart and with her passion. And I love that. What are the components? For every time you tell me a component to get a prize, what are the components of Better You? Come now. Ron, come up here. Come. Oh, you want to answer a question, you don't want to do no activity. I have to start this one. I have to come here so sometime. So turn me down a little bit. Yes. 3 components. 1.
Walk Up.
Walk Up. 2.
Meds Up.
Meds Up. And the last one.
Vibes Up.
Go take a basket. Take a prize. I want to get a basket. I don't know who is doing. Okay, this basket looks really lovely. Whose basket is this though? Why does it look like Ayrton's? It's beautiful from Ayrton's. Now I want, who has a friend here? Who cares about a friend? Because that meds up. Who cares about somebody? I want somebody who cares about somebody to run, come right away. As you call the name of somebody you care about, you get a prize. Run, come now. As you call the name of somebody you care about, you get a prize. Run, come. As you call the name about somebody you care about, what you ask about. After no Spanish me attack. My girl say what Jenny say. No, that not clear. Come close, man. Come. You're going to call. Come now. What's up? It's a shy place. Them light your heart. I need a napkin. Beg a rag. Express, I can get a rag. It's for free. Call the name. What's the name of the person? Just throw it over. Make sure you get a PR from it. No. Thank you, my sweetheart. Thanks, Express. I get a free ride. If I have to pay for it afterwards, it's alright. I cannot be on. I can't look like you. Who you love?
Ruby Smart.
Is she here? Ruby! A prize right away. Ruby, come for your prize. Yes. So call somebody who is here that you care about.
Jacobs. Rashida Jacobs.
Rashida Jacobs. Rashida, where are you? Excuse me? Oh, you have a problem with spotlights. You don't like it at all. You grew up very shy in life. If Rashida is not here, the prize can't be given. I don't see Rashida yet. I don't see Rashida. Watch on our clip, them and our bubbles. Rashida cannot get the prize unless she joins you up here. Hi, Rashida. You just coming, Rashida? Oh, so you behave like you just come through the door. So we're going to give 2 bags. My darling, come forward, trainer. Give each ladies who call out her name a bag. Give them a bag. A Grace Kennedy bag. So you get a bag. It's going to be for you, the person. What's the person's name?
Ruby.
Don't give her yet. And it's a Rashida. Put on your things up there, sir, please, and your bag and pan. Just rest it out to the edge. Right there, sir, yes. Ruby, you will put on your bag now? You just come up here with this bag. Oh, women love loads, so. Sure. Videographer, you're going to need to move. Oh, I know. So, Ruby, I'm going to tell you where to go. You're going to go right beside boss. Go right beside boss who just spoke. Go right beside Kari. See there? Wave. Go stand up right beside her. And you're going to go to the other bistro where the little boy is? Yes, go there, so. Yes. Very nice. Are you going to come out of the way, my pretty friend? So, here's what you're going to do. Put the bag right there on stage. Put it there. Now, this is a nice part. I like this part. This is the vibes part. This is the up part and walk part. You come ready, me like you. Sneakers and sweatpants. You're going to walk. But you're going to carry the item from Grace Kennedy one by one. One by one. Whoever gets the more, you get a second bag. One for you and one for somebody. So all you have to do, you're going to go to that bag, position it, move your friend, Paraphernalia. Where's she? Come over so she can see you, no? No, not you, Auntie Kari. Ruby. Yes, right there. She's going to be walking through here. Craig, one on for go move. One on for move on the tripod. Yeah. Videographer? Sir, excuse. Yes. Bring the fitness mat over a little bit. When I say on your marks, how many items are in the Grace bag? Let me tell you how many items. Oh my, 2 sardines, 1 tuna. You have a wooden spoon. I have a bottle of water. Let me see the same thing. Yes, God is good. You're taking it one at a time. Walk. I like you. No running. On the marks. Get set. Remember, you care about them, you know. You have to give them things. Turn to the bag. You go for the item one by one. Go. 1 item. 1 item. 1. Walk fast. 1 item. My girl, walk fast. Walk like an exit. Come to my girl, walk like a 5K. Come on, man, walk. Walk. You make her beat you. Why? Walk. Look how she's shy, but she love things. I like her. I thought she was going to come dead last. And I like her long legs. Yeah, man, stretch them. Come on, man. 2 bags, you know. Basket pass, you know. The person who wins can get a basket too, you know. Come on, man. Better walk than that, man. How many more items tall girl has? items. Walk fast. You want to dance. I know the vibes party, man. Lord, man, high. Exercise, partner. Come on, walk fast, man. I like it, man. Is Ruby coming second or first? Okay, Ruby. No worry, Ruby. Oh, shit. Come now. The name you call. They're getting all the things they're getting for them. Hurry up, man. One more thing. And the tuna coming. The Grace tuna coming. The Grace tuna coming. Let me see what you have. What you have, leave. One item, the wooden spoon. And yes! My friend will behave like she shy. Shy no more. Congratulations. No, you don't have to come back. Ruby, come for your bag. Because you don't have nothing to get. You can get another Grace bag. Or you can take a bag. I think you should get a basket. But my friend, if you're saying over there, I look like you're going to take a very big basket. So I am going to, yes. Thank you, trainer. Oh, there you go. You get a lovely basket. Airtons, take care of you. No stress around here. Take up on the bag and pan. Where's the young lady that walk and come second? No dead last around here. Come take up on the accoutrements. And there's a video. We're going to turn your attention. Or is that the video that is already on? There is a video that we're going to run on stage right now, on screen right now. Right, that's how we come off stage. Are we ready? Talk to me. In 5. Better you? You're not ready? I can't see in the dark. Okay, so I need 2 more minutes. All right, so no problem. Here we go. Where are the men who never get nothing yet? I don't like when women get things and men don't get things, you know. I want men. Where are the brothers who don't get anything yet and you want the biggest basket up here? I see all wine. I see whole heap of things. 3 brothers up here fast. 3 men who don't get nothing yet. Quickly. Oh, Lord, what is in that envelope?
Listeners, you've been taking in the activities here at the Better You Health Fair. We are in the parking lot of Unicomma in New Kingston. Jenny is the host, taking some of the persons present here through some activities. We're going to take a break, and when we come back from the break, we have with us the Director of Human Capital at the Unicomma Group, Carrie Stewart. Soon come.
It's IQ Optical's sizzling summer sale. For this month only, get 50% off lenses when you purchase a frame. Kids get free lenses with a purchase of a frame. Make the intelligent choice with IQ Optical. Conditions apply.
St. Elizabeth! JPS has collaborated with your local hardwares to bring you some incredible discounts on selected building materials from now until August 31. Participating hardwares include Levin Electrical, Arc Manufacturing Limited, and Camric Hardware. Come, get your lumber, roofing products, and much more. Check the press for details or the JPS social media pages at My JPS Online. Don't miss out. Offer ends August 31. JPS, working to restore and strengthen our breadbasket parish.
Drive Hyundai. Hyundai vehicles beyond your dreams with an exclusive 4.99% interest rate. Yes! Shop Hyundai vehicles and get a super low 4.99% interest rate on your car loan. Plus 2 years free service, 1 year insurance, and 5 years warranty. Offer valid on all 2024 Hyundai vehicles. Drive your Hyundai with the lowest interest, 4.99%. Conditions apply.
Good evening. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide at 5. We're coming to you live from the Unicomma parking lot in New Kingston for the Better You Health Fair and Launch. And so far, the vibes are high. They've been walking, running, them walking it up, vibesing it up. And we have with us the Director of Human Capital Director at Unicomma Group, Carrie Stewart. She gave greetings earlier. She's going to tell us all about the Better You program. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Brooks. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Ricardo is fine. Thank you so much for joining us. What inspired Unicomma to go with a Better You program campaign?
Well, one of the things, having joined the company a year plus, one of the things that the company was clear on is its employees. It's about making our employees not only performing great within the workspaces, but also outside of the workspaces, because we know that there is definitely a link between how they are physically, mentally, emotionally. We know how that can make or break your performance within the space. And so the Unicomer Group, or principals, or corporate, or regional partners, and certainly local, would have given us the mandate to continue to focus on our employees in making them great in the spaces.
So you're telling me that this extraordinary setup that you have here, this entire thing, is for an internal purpose?
Absolutely, that is what it is. We are saying to our employees in a very clear way that we care for them holistically, and that we are willing to invest, to partner with all these different providers that are here to make them better.
And listeners, let me just try to describe for you the scope of what's here, because I actually thought it was an external thing when I came. There are several tents, displays, set up booths here, several brands. I see finance, I see fitness, I see food, I see wellness, and this is for their internal staff. So kudos to you and the Unicomer team for valuing, yes, the staff this much to execute something like this for them.
Yes.
And in terms of how they participate, is it an ongoing thing, or how does that go?
This program is here to stay. We started actually last year, where we would have forged a partnership with Express Fitness, and we would have opened to our employees to sign up for the gym, of course, based on volumes at a discounted rate. And so we would have also been doing other activities. We would have had staff engagements such as parties, which is a part of Meds Up, of Vibes Up. And so we would have had these, and so we did a soft introduction, and now we've just extended it to this space to launch it officially and to give our employees an opportunity to look at the different booths and to see how they can have their lives wrapped around these different service providers.
And in terms of active benefits, so obviously Walk Up, you're encouraging them to get active, get physically well. In terms of, is that just through the gym, or will you have ongoing activities for them to participate in as staff?
It is ongoing. This is the start, and of course we'll continue to build. So the more we find other service providers that we can partner with, we will definitely partner with them. And so it is next year, the following year, we'll continue to build on this and to also hear from our employees what are some of the things they'd like to have, and embed their feedback into whatever we will inject into this program.
My word, this seems very progressive.
Yes.
Because obviously you're investing in their holistic health, from what I see here. In hopes that they'll be more productive.
Yes.
That's the thinking.
Yes, that is the thinking, and also not only productive. We know that by employees focusing on their holistic being, it also helps with what happens in their personal lives. So it's not just about being at work and being productive. We also want them to succeed in their personal lives, because we know where there are challenges there, it can also transcend into the workplace.
And talk a little bit, especially to your fellow HR practitioners who may not have seen how the link, then, if you will, between holistic health and wellness and a good, productive employee. Talk to them about why you at Unicomer think it's so important.
Well, I would like to think that my colleagues within the HR space all consider and value the importance of the holistic well-being of all employees. I would say, however, that it needs to be demonstrated as we're demonstrating it now. And of course, the opportunities are endless in terms of how, as corporate entities, we can partner with these different service providers to also have them wrap themselves around what we have as organizations. So I'll just simply say that of course, we want to differentiate ourselves from other organizations. And so other companies can join in, and all my other HR colleagues can join in into doing same.
And that's so important, because usually when you hear about companies and say, oh, it's a great work culture, I like to see when that's backed by active efforts that show that. In terms of your staff complement, about how big is the company?
We have 1,200 employees right now, and that is just our internal employees. We have contractors that we also treat as family, and they will also benefit from Better You.
Nice. So the Better You program, the launch is underway here, listeners, at the Unicoma car park. And let me just remind you, there are 3 components. Walk Up, which emphasizes the importance of regular physical activity. That's obviously physical health. Meds Up, that focuses on mental wellness, and we hear about that all the time. And then they also have Vibes Up, which encourages social interactions through fun events and boosting team cohesion and job satisfaction. And you just heard from the Human Capital Director here at Unicoma Group, Carrie Stewart, talking to us about the importance of the holistic health and wellness of her employees. Good initiative. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have for the rest of the evening. But so far, listeners, the vibe's high, and I see all 3 components coming out. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much,
right. We're going to go to the break. We're coming to you live from the parking lot of Unicoma Group for the Better You Health Fair launch. Soon come.
The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean Recruitment Roadshow. Fast and easy registration. Informative sessions. One-on-one guidance. Join us on August 14, Ocho Rios. August 15, May Pen. August 16, Mandeville. August 21, Negril. August 22, Montego Bay. And our last stop, August 23, Halfway Tree. 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. each stop. UCC Recruitment Roadshow. Empower your dreams. Register today. UCC. Fostering leadership and innovation.
On Sunday, August 11th, in the quiet community of Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, our entire nation was shaken by a brutal act of violence.
Gangsters mercilessly took the lives of 8 innocent Jamaicans, including a 7-year-old boy.
These criminals will strike again, destroying more families and more communities, unless we stand together to stop them.
If you have any information that can help bring these killers to justice, please share it with the security forces.
The government has established a reward fund of $25 million for information leading to the arrest and charge of the perpetrators who committed this heinous act.
The facilitators who supply them with the arms, intelligence, and the transportation.
And those who harbor and protect these criminals after the crime.
If you know something, say something.
Call Crime Stop at 311, MOCA at 888-6622-847, the NIB at 811, or JDF at 837-8888.
Together,
we
will
defeat
the gangs
and develop a culture of peace in our country.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Taboo topics, bulletins after dark,
riveting discussions,
celebrity news and interviews,
topics that are shunned by society,
and everything else in between. Boyatings After Dark with Kareem Boyatings, each and every Wednesday, 8 to 11 p.m. Boyatings After Dark. No topic is too taboo or hard to discuss. Come get your mind blown and your curiosity explored. Boyatings After Dark.
Join Nationwide 90 FM on Thursday, August 29, 2024 during the E-Zone, hosted by Kareem Boyatings and Honey B from 1 to 3 p.m. at Church Teachers College, 40 Manchester Road, Mandeville. Church Teachers College celebrates its 60th anniversary Diamond Celebration under the theme Celebrating a Legacy of Excellence, boldly meeting the demands of the 21st century and beyond. The celebrations kick off with a press launch and cocktail on Thursday, August 29, 2024, followed by a welcome, matriculation, and launch on Sunday, October 6, 2024. 2024. These events mark the beginning of their journey to honor their rich history while focusing on innovative strategies to prepare their students for the future. That's a live broadcast of Church Teachers College 60th anniversary on Thursday, August 29, 2024 during the E-Zone, hosted by Kareem Boyatings and Honey B from 1 to 3 p.m. at Church Teachers College, 40 Manchester Road, Mandeville on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is sponsored by Church Teachers College, Mandeville.
I'm Dennis Brooks.
I'm Marlon Campbell.
I'm Floyd Green.
And I'm Garth Williams. Catch us on the Jamaican Dads podcast right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m.
The Jamaican Dads podcast is all about providing men with a healthy, safe, and functional forum to tackle many of the taboo topics that concern our masculinity.
Like everyone else out there, we're dads of varying amounts of experience who come from different backgrounds and often view the world differently.
We're definitely not perfect, but we are all brethren and we're all committed to this piece of rock called Jamaica.
Too often, there are no safe spaces for men to explore the issues which are important to us.
Plus, most of the content out there about parenthood is produced by women, for women. So we think it is important that we be the change we want to see.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jamaican Dads with a Z.
And definitely join us here on Nationwide 90 FM every Thursday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m. for the Jamaican Dads podcast. It's a revolution in media.
Good evening. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide at 5. I'm Ricardo Brooks and we're broadcasting live from the parking lot of Unicom Jamaica in New Kingston. They have the launch of their Better You campaign and health fair. We're talking to some of the people who are participating in this evening's activities. We have with us Calvin Brown, and that's Calvin with a K, yeah? Calvin with a K, the Digital and Social Media Officer at the Jamaica Aid Support for Life. Good evening, Calvin.
Good evening.
All right, so first of all, why is Jassel? Yeah, why are you here this evening?
Well, here today we're having Better You, and there's no better you than, making healthcare your number one priority. And that's actually the tagline of the One Life, One Health project, which we've implemented over the last couple of months. So part of what we're doing today is providing persons with free health services. We have the services of a doctor on hand via our mobile unit. We have some mobile units through which we offer these services. So it's a state of the art, it's brand new. It's retrofitted to allow these medical services to take place on the inside of the coaster. So part of what we do, we have your blood pressure check, your blood sugar, your cholesterol. We also have mental health screening as well. So the doctor is here and we have those services offered to all the staff here.
And it's for free?
And it's for free, absolutely. When it comes on to JASL, you can know that you are receiving free services. So JASL started in 1991 as a HIV-focused organization, and our work has morphed over the years. We're no longer focusing just on HIV. And a part of that is, HIV management and care has changed. So it's no longer a case where a person living with HIV or have a morbid outlook on life. We have treatment available and we offer treatment as well. So we don't just do the HIV testing, but we also provide the treatment. Persons are able to live a long, healthy life once they're able to access treatment if they're living with HIV.
Mm-hmm. And it's important that you said that, because I was going to ask you if JASL don't just give out condom. Because I thought that's part of, certainly when I was growing up,
right.
In my mind, it was about promoting healthy and safe sexual practices. And you're saying to me no, that you've expanded that to take into account the entire wellness of the human person.
Right, so we're looking at the entire wellness. Of course, those are our pillars, in terms of HIV prevention, education, and testing. We will always be doing that. So we have our testing available as well to the staff. And when our team goes out for these what we call One Health interventions, we do provide HIV and syphilis testing, as well as the new services that involve being able to visit the doctor.
Mm-hmm. And from JASL's perspective, why is it so important for companies to invest in staff health and wellness, as we see Unicom doing here tonight?
Well, as an organization that is looking at health and well-being, we know that healthy people will contribute to a healthy society and a productive society. So it's very important that that companies implement programs like these to allow their staff to have access to these services. But the thing is, a lot of these services, you access it at one time and then things change. So that's why part of what we do is not just about the services on the day, but it's the education, providing persons with information. For example, protecting yourself from zoonotic diseases, for example, mosquito-borne diseases, your H1N1, which might not be affecting us now.
Right.
There's a Mpox outbreak now globally that we have to be on the lookout for in Jamaica. So having the information and the knowledge to be able to protect yourself from these kinds of conditions, definitely an added part that we are keen on.
And I'd love for my listeners to also benefit. So if they're not here and they're hearing about Jocelyn, hearing that you have these expanded services, how can they access your services or get in contact with you?
Right. So, Jocelyn, we have 3 locations island-wide. We're here in Kingston, that's 3 Hendon Drive, that's off Washington Boulevard. We're also in St. Anne's Bay at 14 King Street, and we're in Montego Bay at 16 East Street. However, if you're not able to, go in, you can give us a call. Our number is 925-0021. So we can provide more information in terms of how we can better serve you.
All right. So you heard it. The Jamaica AIDS Support for Life JASA is not just about, as I thought it was, HIV prevention and control, but the holistic person. They're interested in holistic health. And you can make contact with them to access their services. Calvin Brown, Calvin with a K, the digital and social media officer.
And as you mentioned, social media, I just want to let the people know that you can follow us on social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Jasl Info, that's JASL Info. We're also on TikTok at Jasl Info as well. We're on Facebook, Jamaica AIDS Support for Life. We're on Twitter at Jasl Tweets, and you can follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
All right. Calvin Brown is a digital and social media officer at the Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, JASL. Thanks so much for your time, Calvin. Really appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
We're going to take the break and come back with more from the Unicoma parking lot. It's the Better You Health Fair.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of The Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
The Oasis is brought to you by Solar Tech Jamaica. We use the gift of the sun to power our world.
World Coconut Day is back again this year, and it's even bigger and better. Celebrating under the theme, Coconut for a Circular Economy, building partnerships for maximum value. Come out on Saturday, August 31 at 18 Waterloo Road for an exciting broadcast on Nationwide 90 FM. We will broadcast live from 1 to 5 p.m. during the Design Studio and outside with Pepita. Don't miss out on the array of displays, awards, and competitions. Not to mention, a wide variety of coconut products will be on sale. This is going to be a day filled with fun, excitement, prizes, and surprises. That's a live broadcast on Nationwide 90 FM from the office of the Coconut Industry Board at 18 Waterloo Road on Saturday, August 31 from 1 to 5 p.m. This broadcast is brought to you by the Coconut Industry Board.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide at 5. I'm Ricardo Brooks, and we're coming to you live from the parking lot of the Unicomma Group in New Kingston for the launch of the Better You campaign. And just to remind you about the campaign, it has 3 components, yes? The walk-up component that emphasizes the importance of regular physical activity and improving health and productivity. The Meds Up component focuses on mental wellness, highlighting the economic and personal benefits of mental health support. They also have Vibes Up. Vibes Up encourages social interactions through fun events, boosting team cohesion and job satisfaction. We have with us now the head of talent, organizational development, and employee experience at the Unicomma Group, Maximilian Campbell. Good evening, Mr. Campbell.
Good evening, Ricardo. Good evening to your listeners.
Welcome to Nationwide at 5. So, I was saying to your Kari Stewart that I was so impressed to find out that this was not an external thing, but solely for the internal staff of Unicomma. And I wondered, what's been the feedback you've gotten from the staff about Better You?
The feedback has been tremendous, Ricardo. In fact, the lead up to this launch started last week, Wednesday. And so we have done 1 week of activities. And I can tell you the staff members are raring to go. They are anticipating the other activities that we have to ensure the sustenance of this program.
Mm-hmm. And with such an extraordinary start, I imagine that you're going to have to keep upping the ante to keep the staff interested. What's next in the program?
Ricardo, we don't want to let
the
puss out of the bag, Ricardo. Right. But there are a number of challenges that we have that the employees will participate in. Things dealing with the 3 buckets that we have. The upcoming one is really going to be, I can tell you a little bit about that one. It's going to be about financial wellness. And so it's going to be about bossy on a budget. So bossy on a budget, we will be asking our employees to do particular challenges that will have cash limits on them, and then the prizes are going to be phenomenal. We don't want to say what the challenges are going to be yet and what the prizes are, but I can tell you, when we talk about prizes, we have some very, very huge prizes.
Right. And I was telling the listeners that I can clearly see that it's not just about physical wellness, because I see finance here as well. I hear that there's a spa behind me, which I imagine contributes to the mental wellness and the relaxation. So you're focusing on finance first, and that's important because a lot of us, myself included, not so good at the budgeting. So if we can get more people interested and involved in that, and I like bossy on a budget. Yes. So, you can stick within your means and still live a fulfilling kind of life.
I can give you an example of maybe something that we could look at for a channel. So we say bossy on a budget. We want you to create a meal plan that would be a nutritious one, looking at the different food groups, but it shouldn't cost more than, say, $2,000.
Wow.
And
that's tight.
Oh, that's tight.
That's tight.
That's tight. And tell you what, we want you to plan the meal and then eventually cook the meal. So we want to encourage creativity, and we also want to encourage people to create budgets and stick to their budgets.
And how important do you see an activity and activation like this? How important is it to staff morale and just general team spirit?
Let me tell you, Ricardo, we are very strategic with hosting these type of events. Since January of this year, we have gone on a campaign to look at bringing staff together, whether it's on a regional basis, or on a department basis, or it's on the company-wide basis. And so we know what value there is when we get our staff to come together like this. And so it is for us a move that we know will pay dividends. We have people coming together who you may have heard the name of somebody, you sent an email to somebody, you spoke to them on the phone. But these activities, these activations allow staff to come together in a setting like this and to just celebrate, socialize, and just have fun.
And that's important. Your Kari Stewart was talking to me about also the importance and the link she sees between this kind of thing and ensuring that people are productive at work and happy at work. And that where employees are happier, you expect that the output will be improved. You see it that way as well?
Certainly, Rickard. And I'll tell you that we have been doing some other stuff. So, for example, on a monthly basis, we do what we call Empower You. Empower You is using social media to reach the entire network. And what we use Empower You to do is to deal or discuss topics that are of importance to the network. So only today we had one episode of Empower You on our Teams, Microsoft Teams network. And we invite persons who came on to talk about back to school. What are some of the challenges people are facing at this time? How is it we can navigate some of those challenges? And how is it that we help people to remove the stress out of back to school, make it more pleasurable? We had a consultant who came on and talked about mental stress associated with going back to school. What are some of the fears parents may have? And we try to empower people with information so that they can make better choices or help themselves.
Yeah. And do you find that when you have that kind of activation, that the employees participate? Because I know sometimes people see work as just, let me go and do my hours and go home.
Ricardo, let me tell you the truth. On any given episode of Empower You or Inform You, and the U is really Unicommer. Yeah. So Inform You, it's really Inform Unicommer. Right. Empower You, Empower Unicommer. We'll find over 200-300 people logging on, and we do it during the lunchtime. So starts at 12 and end at 1. And people will log on, and they are participating. The chat is full. They're reaching out to say, when are we going to have another episode? Can you invite this person? There is engagement, and that's exactly why we have done these sort of events, because we're getting the engagement, people are asking for stuff, and we are delivering.
And I imagine that makes work feel like a family.
The truth is, Ricardo, I don't feel like I come to work in the days. I have a marvelous team, and my team keeps me pretty active. Yeah. Part of my portfolio is dealing with employee experience. So every employee who comes through the doors of Unicommer, I have a responsibility to make sure that they see Unicommer as the place of choice, the place they want to be, and the place that they want to spend their days and maybe nights, and that they will never leave.
That's good. And we need more companies, more HR departments to think about employees in that way. I certainly endorse what I see here. Listeners, I wish you could see it. Several supporting entities are here. As I said, finance, they have wellness, they have food, they have activities. It's an all-rounded affair. And, of course, they're catering to the holistic employee, they tell us. Maximilian Campbell is head of talent, organizational development, and employee experience here at the Unicommer Group. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much, Ricardo.
All right. Good. We're going to take the break and come back with more from the Unicommer parking lot in New Kingston.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Not a mercy. This one is very classic, dedicated to all schoolers who are taking them.
If you've ever struggled to pass an exam, then you'll know that students today are under great pressure to get good grades and secure qualification needed to move on to higher education. The problem is that too many students are struggling alone and could really benefit from connecting with hardworking teachers and other bright students in other parts of the country and the region. Join me, Dennis Brooks, this and every Friday evening from 8 to 9, with a repeat on Saturday morning from 8 to 9. For the A-Team, a study group on radio. My team of teachers, students, and experts will break down the syllabus, giving you information, tips, and past paper questions that will help you get top grades in your upcoming exams. Follow us on Facebook Live and on Twitter and be a part of the community. It's the A-Team, Fridays at 8 p.m. with a repeat at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's your free extra class on radio and social media. And it's right here on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
If you're just joining us, you're tuned in to the launch of the Better You Health Fair at the Unicomma parking lot in New Kingston. Nationwide at 5, of course, is the show. We're broadcasting live from the parking lot. And as I've been telling you, listeners, very impressive setup here. They have a lot of partners with them encouraging the holistic wellness of their employees. And we have one of the partners with us, Express Fitness. The sales and marketing manager at Express Fitness is Yolanda Panton. Good evening, Yolanda.
Good evening. So it's actually Yolando.
Yolando. Okay, and get that right.
Totally fine.
Yolando Panton. All right. So I can guess, but let me ask you. Why did you Express Fitness feel so strongly about partnering with Unicomma on this initiative?
Okay, so really it is a no-brainer. But, you know, we've been partners for quite some time now, and they are involved with our corporate membership program, right? So Unicomma is one of those companies that really truly care about their staff and their staff's well-being. So it really was a no-brainer. Express Fitness, we care about your physical health, right, and not just your physical health, but also your mental well-being. So being here was just right. Right? So we pretty much offer our full services to Unicomma staff currently. And Express Fitness, you know, you can get classes that is included in your membership. And Unicomma is about a holistic approach in terms of keeping fit and healthy. So it made sense.
And what are some of the offerings that Express Fitness has that would draw staff members of Unicomma or just the general public to your brand?
Okay, well, we definitely set the bar as the premier gym, right? So outside of the fact that we're open 24/7, okay, that is a big deal. A lot of persons really don't have the time to go to the gym at times. Let's say maybe you got stuck in traffic or you have to go home to your family, but you can squeeze in a little time, maybe 12 midnight, 1 o'clock, whatever time, we're always open. Right, and the fact that we have 10 locations island-wide, and now we're about to open our 11th location in Draxall in St. Anne, it's just convenient for persons as well. And of course, we have the best amenities. We're clean. Don't ever take that for granted, right? So we pride ourselves in all the offerings in terms of our facility and the first-class gym equipment that you can get from Express Fitness from any of our locations.
And if anybody's listening and they'd like to sign up, how do they go about that? Do they have to come in? How do they go about it?
Okay, so currently we do have a special that's going on, a promotion called AutoPay. Okay. All right, so we keep our customers in mind and our members in terms of sometimes you may forget to renew your membership if you're currently a member. We have our AutoPay service that you can actually sign up for automatically, what it says, auto, right? You don't have to touch a button. You automatically renew your membership through our autopay service. So you can sign up online by going to www.expressfitnessja.com. You can also even follow our page or literally go into any of our locations and sign up.
All right, that sounds easy enough. And of course, I expect we can find you on social media, that kind of a thing.
Yes, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much everywhere.
All right. Express Fitness is one of the major partners here for the Better You Health Fair and launch. We're going to take you to the stage now where the opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, he's the keynote speaker. He's making his presentation.
5% of Jamaicans are overweight and obese, meaning that for your weight, for your height, you have on too much fat. So if I hear that there's somebody who weighs 220 pounds, my next question is going to be, well, how tall are they? And if it's 5'1", I know that that person is in trouble. But if they're 6'4", that means they're kind of all right. And you just have to look and see where their fat is distributed. If it's in the belly or in the buttocks, if it's women. And that is how you get an idea of your health. But we use a scale called the BMI or the body mass index so that when I hear one number, I won't have to be asking, well, how tall is a person? And that is a ratio of your weight to your height. And with that, your normal ratio would be 19 to 24. Once you get to 25, you're overweight. Once you get to obese, the obese stage, that is 30. And then you go up to 40, 50. Super obese is over 50. Extreme obese, 60. And I've had patients who have obesity rates of super, which is over 70. You're talking about the 500-pounders, the 600-pounders. So when you are obese, meaning that your BMI is over 30, certain things start to happen in your body. For one, fat cells don't just sit there. They're active. They convert hormones from one to the other. They secrete hormones as well, and they affect your metabolism. You also have your stomach, which is almost like a brain by itself. So when you're on a diet and you feel hungry all the time, it's not just a matter of mind over matters. Your body literally is making more hunger hormones to make you feel hungrier, to eat more. And then you have the accountant hormones that tell your body that, hey, less calories, less food is coming in. You have to go pull my shirt or something because I can't go all night. Or until the audience tell me enough is enough. So you have your accountant hormone where it's like less salary coming into your bank account. So your accountant will say, hey, cut down on the spending and try earn more so more money comes in. Leptin does the same thing to your body. When you're eating less food, it's a hold on. We have less calories coming in, so we have to cut down on burning calories. So what it does, it slows down the metabolic rate. And then it says, eat more because we need more calories. So when you're on a diet and you're cutting your calories, you'll eat the same amount of food and you lose 20 pounds. And then after that, you're eating the same amount of food and you don't lose an ounce until you get fed up and just come off the diet. But that is how your body works to sabotage you. And that is why the quality of the food that you take in, the protein, the vegetables versus a lot of carbs and snacks makes a massive difference in your outcome. So that's a little bit about how your diet can impact your overall health. Water is the other thing. Most people don't get in enough water. And what they do is drink juices and sodas, not upsetting any sponsors again. But, you know, we need water. And the less sugary drinks we get in, the less calories come in and the better hydrated we are. Better hydrated gut lead to better gut motility. So a lot of people who say that they're constipated and, oh, I need to have more fiber, that's not the reason. The reason is that they're not drinking enough water. And the first place your body suck out water from is the stool. And when that stool is hard, that is how you get constipated. So when somebody is constipated, the first thing I tell them to do is drink more water. And usually that solves the problem. So when you look at the overall picture, it is one of dedication. and it's one of discipline. It can't be motivation because you can get up and watch all the motivational videos in the world and go back and lie down and sleep. But it's a matter of discipline in doing what you need to do when you don't want to do it regularly. And it may mean that it's starting in the supermarket. You don't buy the snacks because if the snacks are there, you're going to eat them. And if you buy something healthy as a snack, then that is what you're going to have. It may mean that you start to be a little bit more conscious of when you eat. Some people can't watch TV unless they're eating. Some people can't study unless they're eating. Sometimes it's a late night snack. They eat salads all day. And then when they go home at night, it's bread and butter, crackers and cheese, or, cereal or something like that. Or they may go and eat junk food. And that ruins the diet completely. So you have to be more mindful of when you eat, what you eat, because the majority of weight gain is not because of inactivity. Yes, we're moving less and so on. Nobody's walking anymore to walk miles to catch a bus. You know, we get in a car, Uber, your own vehicle, taxi, bus, and get to work. You sit at your desk all day. You go to the cafeteria, you get food delivered to you. So you don't go out and find food. So you're burning less calories per day. But on top of that, the quality of the calories that we're taking in is a lot more. And if we don't be very conscious about it, we're going to take in a lot more calories than we are burning. And as a result, you get weight gain. So a lot of patients come to me and like, oh, well, I don't eat much, and it's really the timing when I eat. What really happens is that you're having some hidden sources of calories. Nobody's going to put on weight unless they are consuming more calories than they are burning. And if it means that you're eating the same as other people, it means that your metabolism is slow, means that you're starting from the starting blocks way behind everybody else, and you just have to work a little bit harder to get to where everybody else is eating. So I hope I ruined everybody's night with everything that you need to do to achieve a healthier lifestyle, but knowledge is not power. Power is the use of knowledge. So go out and make the necessary changes so that you don't have to come and see me as a doctor. Thank you.
Now, so what about the stomach adjustment? Since you do the surgery, can we do stomach adjustment so that we don't eat so much, lose the weight, and exercise? Advised or not, is it advisable or not?
Well, when you talk about weight loss tools, you have different levels. So it depends on how much you want to lose and if you have medical conditions. So if your BMI is over 40, you have high blood pressure, diabetes, I would say go do the surgery. We cut out a part of your stomach through some small holes. You're home the next day, and then that will permanently reduce the stomach. And you have metabolic changes as well with the hormones, so the diabetes, high blood pressure, and so on go away. If you have a 40, 50 pounds to lose, we can put a balloon in your stomach, takes up space, you eat less, and then you're more conscious of what you're eating. The balloon don't burst, it's made of silicone. Same thing for breasts. It stays in for a year, goes into your mouth, comes out through your mouth. If you have a 30 pounds to lose, the big thing now is Ozempic, the injections, and that cuts your cravings, cuts your appetite, so that weight loss becomes easier, about 4 to 8 pounds per month. So everything varies a bit.
Didn't know all of that. Did anybody know all of that? People are coming. All who want to talk to Dr. Dawes before Jenny, raise your hands. Go on, take him. You are awesome as usual. Doc, your number change? All right, we'll soon come. And guess what? Oh, look, them have prize for you, Doc. Oh, only Unicomer. I am loving it. Put your hands together. Clap, Dr. Dawes. Very popular that they're even trying to clone him on social media. Anybody trying to be a Dr. Dawes these days, that's when you're good. You only get that when you're that good. And now talk about that good. You can't clone this gentleman, though. God, his love for the Lord is just amazing. Look here, we have Holy Pa Entertainment, you know, Lali to come, Dynamite to come, Express Dance to come, Holy Pa prizes, all of that must be given away. You cannot clone this young man because his love for the Lord is too strong. And him alone in Jamaica look like how him look at him alone and wear these hats. Him alone, it's a go hard for clone this gentleman. But if you love the Lord, say amen. No man, all who love God, say yeah, yeah. All who know that Jehovah is your keeper, say yes. Put your hands together, make some noise for You Make Me Stronger, Kevin Downswell. Right away. Oh. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Walk one, good night, everybody. Hands up, ladies, let somebody say it's already done. It's already. Louder, it's already done. Hey, I see you running around me in the midst of your adversity. One and over there, give me some more. Hey, but if you dare trust in me, I will supply all you need. Hands up, ladies, everybody. Hands up, yes, sir. I will take you. Oh, to you I will. Hey, I'm standing right there in the midst of. Yeah, see everybody come closer to me. Come closer to me. Me can't see my face. Everybody hands in there. What is it? It's already. Hey, the victory is. Say, I will not die here. Cry here. Somebody shout hallelujah. Say hallelujah. Shout it. I often wonder why me. Why don't take my family? Hands up again. Hands up again. Hands up again. Hey. And when the wall is falling on my shoulder, Unicomer, I fall on my knees. One another. Hey, sing. Say, Lord, take me. Please take me. Please do not leave. To you I will cleave. Hey, I know that you're right there. And no, I see everybody down there. No, I see everybody down there. Hand up in the ear for me. Hands up in the ear. You say, it's already. It's already. You say, I will not. Somebody say, Father, carry me. Father, carry me. Unicomer family, what a blessing. When the road is long, hey, and heavy, when it's dark and dark, give me back the mic. See clearly, pan the mic for me in my ears. I will lift mine eyes to the hills from whence my help cometh. My help. I can't hear you. Come closer, man. You can't see. Come closer. Sing. So lead me. Hey, where I've never been before. A place I never. Just stretch onto the key right here. So from the right here, sing. So when Father, carry me. Sing in the camera. You say, when I come to the end of myself. Hey, Father. Hold it for me, sticker. Hold it for me. Hold it. How want to do it tonight? It's a blessing. Let me big up Unicomer. Better you. My big friend Jenny. So we'll just bring up the energy a little bit, yeah? When can you hear me down there? Mike, good? Alright, bring the energy up for me there, bro. Right, that's all right. There is always somebody talking about me. But really, Unicomer, really, you don't mind. You don't mind.
them try to stop and block your progress. Most of the time, the main thing is himself. Don't make you feel bad. I can't be surprised. Put your hands on yourself and say, I got Jesus. Say, I got Jesus. You come on, do you have Jesus? You come on, family, do you have Jesus? Put up something right there. Put up something. Put up something. Put it up. Up. There is so many times I tell you that cycle. But you push me down, Jesus. He said, by my side, what's the glory? Take him. Where the weapon? 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 Save me. This is an engineer or something that I want to echo go on there, so. What the stuff? Next song for me. Next one. Ready. Somebody shout hallelujah! Come closer.
You're listening to Kevin Downswell, performing here the parking lot of Unicomma Group in New Kingston, keeping the employees of Unicomma excited, pumping. As I've been telling you, we're here for the launch of the Better You Health Fair and campaign. And I can tell you, listeners, the staff members are dancing up a storm. But we're going to go for the break, and then we come back. We'll have with us another of the organizations that's supporting Unicomma this evening, First Global Bank. We go for the break, soon come.
Get ready, Ocherios! Express Fitness is coming to the Draxall Commercial Complex on August 31, 2024 with exciting perks just for you. Our gym will be open 24/7, offering state-of-the-art equipment and complete with showers and secured parking. Experience a variety of group fitness classes and become part of our supportive FitFam community. Don't miss out on this fitness revolution. Join us at Express Fitness in the Draxall Commercial Complex. Visit our website or call 1-888-FITNESS for pre-opening specials. Express Fitness, express your best self.
Join Nationwide 90 FM on Thursday, August 29, 2024 during the E-Zone, hosted by Kareem Boyatings and Honey B from 1 to 3 p.m. at Church Teachers College, 40 Manchester Road, Mandeville. Church Teachers College celebrates its 60th anniversary Diamond Celebration under the theme Celebrating a Legacy of Excellence, boldly meeting the demands of the 21st century and beyond. The celebrations kick off with a press launch and cocktail on Thursday, August 29, 2024, followed by a welcome, matriculation, and launch on Sunday, October 6, 2024. These events mark the beginning of their journey to honor their rich history while focusing on innovative strategies to prepare their students for the future. That's a live broadcast of Church Teachers College 60th anniversary on Thursday, August 29, 2024 during the E-Zone, hosted by Kareem Boyatings and Honey B from 1 to 3 p.m. at Church Teachers College, 40 Manchester Road, Mandeville on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is sponsored by Church Teachers College, Mandeville.
Good evening. High energy here at the launch of the Unicomma Better You campaign. The song going on now, I feel like running. Jamal, you know them song, you know? Praise the Lord. Church in the parking lot at Unicomma, New Kingston. But we're going to go to one of the organizations supporting Unicomma this evening, First Global Bank. And I told you, listeners, that it's not just about physical wellness, but it's also about mental wellness, financial wellness. And so First Global is out front. We have with us Misha Lewin. She's a business development officer at First Global Bank. Good evening, Misha.
Hi, good
How are
evening.
you?
How are you? I'm good, thank you. How
And
are
I
you?
should tell you, listeners, she's an amazing singer. So I don't know if I can convince her to sing for you, but trust me, in the break, she was singing it up. And she's an amazing vocalist. But let me ask you, why did First Global think it's so important to be here to support Unicom on this?
Well, First Global Bank would like to be a part of everything happening nationwide because financial wellness is for everybody. All right, so for Unicomer to have invited us here, it's just a pleasure to be here so that we can partner with them and share what it is to be financially stable, be financially healthy. So we're just here for that.
And I heard earlier, it sounded like you gave away $25,000.
Giving
away. I
haven't given it yet.
Boy, I was trying to get up to see if I could make it over there, but my producer was telling me I had
still
to.
have a chance.
Oh, well, you hear that? I might get a 25 grand. You can't stop me. All right. So what are some of the other things you've been offering here this evening?
All right, so we're giving clients a chance to apply for a credit card, to apply for unsecured loans, mortgages, any other product that you might think about, like savings account. And it's not just adults, because I'm seeing a lot of children around here, and the parents have come and we are talking to them about the starter accounts for their kids.
Right.
So we literally have something for everybody. Yeah.
And you're saying that they can sign up for these offerings
right
tonight,
now,
right now?
right? And know that a lot of persons are form shy, so we are there to help them do that, or we can they just write down their interest, and we will be contacting everybody so that we can have a lengthy conversation with them about what they really want, because sometimes they come and they think that this is the product that they want, but to be honest, after having a conversation with clients, it's best that we just steer them into another direction, something that better suits their situation.
Yeah, and tell me something in terms of how widespread your reach is as First Global Bank. Are you all across the country, or are you in select parishes?
We are in select parishes, and we currently only have 8 branches. However, being a part of the Grace Kennedy Group, we have other agent branches. So you can find us in the Western Union.
Right.
So yeah, we are all over the place.
And my listeners, they're not here. I know they wish they could be here.
Yes.
But if they want to access some of your services, so you talked about unsecured loans, you talked about credit cards, etc., and they're not here, how can they reach out to see whether they qualify for some of these offerings?
All right. So see that we are not quite in every branch for the branches.
Right.
And they go to a Western Union, because some of us really go to the MoneyGrams
Right.
and the MoneyLink. Right. You can speak with the reps there, and they will connect you with one of the agents from the branches. Or for those who are in the parishes that we are in and know where we are, you can literally come in anytime and have a conversation with us. Some of our locations are open 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Others are open from 11 to 6 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and 12 o'clock to 7 p.m. So we have something for everybody,
Nice.
even
And
on the
that's-
weekends.
And that's convenient.
That is.
In terms of online, if I want to go online, can I access any of the services online?
Yes, you can. So for those of us who already have First Global accounts, you know that we have our online banking platforms. Or for those who are just going to start out, you can just Google First Global Bank and select apply for account. It will be registered in our system and you will be contacted.
Awesome. Misha Lewin, Business Development Officer at First Global Bank. I remember my listener, she can sing. She can sing. Talking to us about some of the offerings of First Global. And as you heard from her, you can access them pretty much anywhere, because they have locations, and if you can't go into one of the branches, you can access them through
And we
any
even
of
have
the...
a campaign going on.
Oh, tell me about
We
it.
do have a campaign going on, Bank Like a Champion campaign. You literally have to open an account and deposit $15,000, or you can spend $15,000 from your credit card, or you can get approved for an auto loan or personal loan, and you will win a chance to go into the Bank Like a Champion promotion. So we are going until September 4th. You get a chance to win a part of $3 million.
Dana, write that down.
So there are lots of opportunities to win with First Global Bank.
Nice.
So don't miss out.
Nice. All right, listeners, Nisha Lewin, Business Development Officer at First Global Bank. They're here, several other partners and sponsors of First Global. Thank you so much for speaking to me, Nisha. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Yeah, man. Cool. All right, listeners, we're still here for the Unicoma Better You campaign. We're going to take you to the stage. Yes, we're going to take you to the stage where Kevin Downswell still on the stage, keeping the audience active and live.
For those who sweat the most, don't move. Better sweat it, yes, don't move. Get ready now, Shonda Paul. Because them, God said the Christians come forward, come to run a back long time and eat. Hey, you know, come out do better you and all you do is say, I better eat tonight. Only say that you know, I better eat everything. I better drink the shrimp soup. And if when you Bulby soup, nice tail. I just had my vegetable soup. So guess what? We're going to give away, and guess what? Lali, come in here, you can't leave. And the dynamite, this is your year. You can't move. Now who's sweating the most? So let me look. So you come up here. You come here. Hold it to me, Shonda Paul.
As we grow older, there are many challenges that we have to confront, but these years can represent the best in our lives. Coming of Age during Nationwide This Morning on Thursdays explores issues persons 50 and over confront. It also provides expert opinions on how we can improve the quality of our lives as we get older. That's Coming of Age, this and every Thursday during Nationwide This Morning at 6:51 a.m.
Taboo topics, bulletins after dark,
riveting discussions,
celebrity news and interviews,
topics that are shunned by society,
and everything else in between. Bulletins After Dark with Kareem Boyatings each and every Wednesday, 8 to 11 p.m. Boyatings After Dark. No topic is too taboo or hard to discuss. Come get your mind blown and your curiosity explored. Boyatings After Dark.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide at 5. We're on the final lap, and I'm almost sad to see it come to an end, because this launch of this Better You campaign by the Unicoma Group has been absolutely amazing. We're in their parking lot in New Kingston, and I'm telling you, listeners, there is health, there's wellness, physical health, physical wellness, mental health, mental wellness, financial health, financial wellness. And one of the groups here with them, and they know all about wellness because they protect arguably one of the most important parts of our wellness, the Heart Foundation. They're with us this evening, and we have Rosanna Pike, the Advocacy Officer of the Heart Foundation, sitting down with us to talk to us about why the Heart Foundation is here today. So let me first ask you, hello Rosanna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Let me first ask you, what are you offering? Because I hear everybody's offering something this evening.
All right, sure. So here at the Better You launch, the Heart Foundation of Jamaica is actually offering, it's two sides. So we have the medical department who's offering screening. So persons who are interested in knowing what their blood pressure is, their height, weight, and body mass index. So we have our nurses here who are doing those screening procedures. And on the other side, me and my co-worker, we are a part of the food policy program. So what we're doing here is, basic nutrition education. So persons can come over, look at the mock-ups of, food items and beverages. So if they want to know, how much sugar is in, commonly drinking beverages, how many salt, fat, or starch is in, popular foods that they eat, as well as, information to guide them on, how to portion out their meals, by the food groups, how a healthy plate should look, how to swap out, unhealthy products for healthier versions.
Nice. And heart health. Do you find generally at the Heart Foundation that Jamaicans are taking it seriously?
Yes. Since recent times, especially since, the emergence of COVID in 2020, and because persons were living with, non-communicable diseases or lifestyle diseases, they were more susceptible, more
vulnerable. So you saw that uptick that, people were actually, getting serious about getting screened. And I mean, it's actually something good to see that people are, becoming more health conscious and taking the initiative to, try to transform their lives and their health and well-being. So yes, we do see that, a lot of persons are coming in. I mean, on the downside, we kind of see lesser numbers as it regards to the men. So we're always, encouraging the men to come and get screened so that you know where you stand.
Rosanna, I'm going to tell you a secret about the men. We're afraid. Because we'd rather steal my ears, me not feeling no way. All right.
But so we don't hear the news.
Me need to go up my heart foundation and tell me there's something wrong with my heart. But I take your point that it's so important for our men to come in and get that kind of screening. Maybe if we appeal to the women to encourage them to come out, maybe they'll come out.
Yes, so that is one approach, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. We actually try to take, and of course we try to use tactics to kind of get the children to pray, because a child shall lead them to get the children to get their parents involved in healthy living or healthy lifestyle, and at least they can actually push them to get screened when you're having the medicals and the health fairs and stuff like that. Because it's alarming, because when people come into screen, some of them they don't even know. We see the figures that 1 in 4 person don't even know that they're living with hypertension and diabetes, and it's of great concern.
How often should people be screened to make sure that their heart is operating at a healthy level?
At least once or twice per year to know where you're starting.
Okay, and that's whether you're a child or an adult.
Right. For the children, maybe once per year, but for adults, twice per year is actually good.
Yeah. And talk to us a little bit about what are some tangible steps we can take right now, tonight, to improve our heart health. 4 basic components. Yeah. Know your numbers. So you have 4 health numbers. So those are your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your total cholesterol, and your BMI. Try to eat balanced meals. So we have 6, Caribbean food groups, and we have the Ministry of Health and Wellness's Jamaican food-based dietary guide. So you try to use that as a guide to say, all right, I know I must have 3 to 5 servings of fruit per day, how much servings of vegetable. And you try to mix and match. Use a multi-mix principle so that you get, the most of all nutrients from all the food groups. Physical activity, a lot of us always neglect that. Because we're leading, sedentary lifestyles. We have work from home jobs, a lot of office jobs or desk jobs, Or journalists who just sit most of the time on a desk like me.
Right. And even if you're at a desk, do some stretches, swing your foot a bit. Even standing burns calories, so try to get some movement in. And for persons who are looking to, shed a few pounds, the World Health Organization knew what they were doing when they say at least 30 minutes of physical activity per day. For at least 5 days per week, because people don't know that the human body does not start to burn fat until 30 minutes. That's the mark. Yes.
Really?
A lot of people didn't know. God knew what he was doing when
so me take like a 15-minute walk and come up.
Yeah, you feel like you say, yeah, man, my boss has sweat and the thing. Right? And of course, drink your water. Don't forget your water. If you don't like the taste of, water, it tastes blunt to you, cut up some melon, some pineapple with ginger. Make it infused water. I like to say, be dazzle your water. And you're good. Jazz it up.
A little razzle-dazzle.
Right.
All right. That's interesting. So you say, not until 30 minutes.
That's when the human body starts to burn fat. That's when fat starts to burn.
You've taught me something.
Right.
Become like a 15-minute power walk.
Right. At least you're getting. But if it's strenuous or vigorous activity, you're good to go. The 15 minutes is fine, but 30 minutes is the.
That's the goal.
Right.
All right. Rosanna Pike of the Heart Foundation. She's the advocacy officer, talking to us about the importance of heart health, generally health and wellness. And just remind me of the 4 principles again. Know your numbers.
Eat a balanced meal, get some physical activity in, drink lots of water.
There you have it, listeners. If you follow those 4 markers, you're well on your way to healthy heart health. Rosanna Pike, Advocacy Officer at the Heart Foundation. Thank you so much for your time.
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate it. All right. Coming to you live, listeners, from the Unicoma Car Park in New Kingston. It's the launch of the Better You Health Fair, and it really is an amazing activity. We're going to take the final break. When we come back, we'll take you back to Jenny and what they have going on stage. Soon come.
I'm Dennis Brooks.
I'm Marlon Campbell.
I'm Floyd Green.
And I'm Garth Williams. Catch us on the Jamaican Dads podcast right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m.
The Jamaican Dads podcast is all about providing men with a healthy, safe, and functional forum to tackle many of the taboo topics that concern our masculinity.
Like everyone else out there, we're dads of varying amounts of experience who come from different backgrounds and often view the world differently.
We're definitely not perfect, but we are all brethren and we're all committed to this piece of rock called Jamaica.
Too often, there are no safe spaces for men to explore the issues which are important to us.
Plus, most of the content out there about parenthood is produced by women, for women. So we think it is important that we be the change we want to see.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jamaican Dads with a Z.
And definitely join us here on Nationwide 90 FM every Thursday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m. for the Jamaican Dads podcast. It's a revolution in media.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's Word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis, weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
The Oasis is brought to you by Solar Tech Jamaica. We use the gift of the sun to power our world.
Good evening again. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Nationwide at 5. I'm Ricardo Brooks coming to you live from the car park of the Unicoma Group in New Kingston for the launch of the Better You campaign. And I told you earlier that I was going to try to get a massage, but they've kept me seated, so I don't get it. But we have with us massage therapist and Exhale Massage Therapy, Joni Gokul, to talk to us about what's been happening. They've been on the other side of the car park, so we haven't been around there. But Joni, talk to us about why you decided to be here at Exhale Massage Therapy to support Unicoma.
Well, to be fair, fitness is actually where we started. All of us at Exhale, all of us are either fitness instructors, yoga therapists, yoga instructors. We all have a background in fitness, so fitness is near and dear to our heart. And so any initiative that supports fitness, that supports well-being, that supports health in general is something that is going to be something that Exhale is going to want to support. And that's a no-brainer for us.
Right.
And so when we heard of this opportunity, we had to jump on board right away to be a part of this. And so we're here. And it has been an opportunity as well for us to be exposed. Exhale is a small company. We are new to the market. Not a lot of persons know about us, but we are getting there. And so it serves purpose not just for us to do something that we believe in, but also for persons to know that there's an opportunity there for persons to access a service that persons believe is luxury. Exhale offers services that persons believe are luxury but that are affordable. So our services, our packages start as low as $6,000. So we offer this to persons because we believe that massage is something that everybody should have an opportunity to experience.
You hear that, Dana? Everybody should have an opportunity to experience a massage, and I didn't experience it. I hold you responsible. But you're on the station of the movers and shakers, right? So our listeners wide, and we want to help you to promote Exhale Massage Therapy. Where are you? How can people get in touch with some of your services? And what are some of the services, apart from massage, that you offer?
So we're located in Spanish Village Plaza in Twickenham Park, right on the main, so it's easy to find. We offer massage, all types of massage, aromatherapy, sports massage, hot stone massage. Our signature massage consists of vibration therapy as well as a hot stone massage. We have
wait. Vibration therapy.
So that's where you use a gun.
That's one that you press.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we have a new service. It's called Polycurry, so you can have two therapists massaging you at once.
How does it? Wait. Hold on. That must be a sensory overload.
No, it's actually really nice. Persons enjoy it. So you have two persons. It's 4 hands at once.
No, that sounds good.
It does, doesn't it?
Then you hear that? Me could I get 4-hand massage? No, you're not working with me now. What's it called? Give me the name again.
Polycurry.
Polycurry. All right. And persons have to book in advance?
Persons book in advance, or we are on Instagram, Exhale Day Spa JA. You can find our Instagram page, and there's a link there, so you can book online, or you can, or our contact number is there as well. So find us on Instagram. That's the easiest way to find us and to book. Or you can walk in, but best to just find us there and book us there.
Tell me something. What are some of the benefits of getting a massage? Because I feel like it would relax me after a stressful day in journalism. But what are some of the other benefits?
So immediately, that's what people think about, the relaxation part of it. And that's a big part of it. And in today's day, we all need an opportunity to relax, to just exhale.
Right.
But exhale also for persons, I mean, we're here at a fitness fair. So my persons in the fitness industry, persons who lift weights, your muscles tend to get bulky. And so you massage to help to relieve the tension of the tension that builds up from lifting weights. Massage therapy also helps to improve circulation. It's good for the skin. Anything that is going to improve circulation is going to improve blood flow, is going to be good for the skin. It helps to with lymphatic draining. So for the ladies, that's also, there has been shown some benefit to reduce the appearance of cellulite. Yes. It's also good for pain relief. So some persons who have some issues with pain relief, over time, you will find some relief to pain depending on the nature of it. It's not for everybody.
Right.
We'll say that up front. And there's some injuries that we would not attempt to treat. It's not a replacement for medical treatment. However, if your injury is due to, pressure because of muscles, it will help to relieve the muscular pain. And so it will help with that as well.
All right. And just remind me where we can find you. What are the contact numbers?
We are Twickenham Park. We are in Spanish Village Plaza. So you can find us there. And our contact numbers are 876-828-3328. And you can find us on Instagram at Exhale Day Spa JA.
All right, great. And I'm going to hold on to that number because I might want to experience that 4-hand massage treatment. All right. Joni Gokul is a massage therapist at Exhale Massage Therapy. Yeah, they've been here all day today, with Unicomo for the launch of the Better You campaign. We're gonna take a final break. Yes, the final break. Yeah, and come back with more.
Taboo topics. Voyagings after dark.
Riveting discussions.
Celebrity news and interviews.
Topics that are shunned by society.
And everything else in between. Voyagings After Dark with Kareem Voyagings. Each and every Wednesday, 8 to 11 p.m. Voyagings After Dark. No topic is too taboo or hard to discuss. Come get your mind blown and your curiosity explored. Voyagings After Dark.
It's hard-hitting. It's riveting. It's the much-talked-about cover story during Nationwide at 5. Here Cliff Hughes get to the heart of the story of the day. Cover Story aired 5:30 weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Nationwide at 5. Talk radio at its best. Cover Story.
Cover Story is brought to you by JTA Credit Union, serving our members, impacting lives positively.
Multilink, roll with control. Use Multilink. safe, fast, and accepted in more locations.
Exciting news! The Design Studio Nationwide 90 FM just got a whole lot bigger. Join us this and every Saturday now from 1 to 3 p.m. for an exclusive show that elevates your home, mind, and soul. Discover the latest interior design trends to create your dream sanctuary. Unlock your true potential with personal growth strategies. Nourish your body and spirit with expert wellness tips. Don't miss out on the inspiration you need to live your best life. Tune in to the Design Studio this and every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. and take the first step towards a more fulfilling you.
Make me sweat, make me harder.
You have been asking for justice. Well, get justice. The Ministry of Justice presents Get Justice, a program focused on giving Jamaicans information on how to resolve their conflicts and access justice services. The series will highlight the justice services of the ministry to include social justice, estate planning, legal aid, and expungement. Join the discussion by calling 876-630-9371-4 or participate via their social media pages at MOJ Official JM on X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Get Justice with the Ministry of Justice every Thursday at 11 a.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Ministry of Justice, come access quality service.
MOJ taking justice to the people of Jamaica.
It's 4 minutes to the hour. We're just about getting ready to wrap up here at the Better You launch, Unicom's Better You campaign at their car park in New Kingston. But just before we go, wanted to talk to brand ambassador at Just Chill Foods, Sasha Miller. Hello, Sasha. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well.
All right, so tell me about Just Chill Foods.
Right, so Just Chill Foods, we've been on the market for just over 3 years. As you can see here, we have our breadfruit chips.
Oh.
It is something that is pretty much available across Jamaica. We have it in a few different stores. We promote sustainability. We have no preservatives at all whatsoever in our chips. It's only 3 ingredients, and the brand itself was actually brought into thought and into progress by the CEO and founder, Javion.
Okay. And you only have breadfruit chips?
So, currently we only have breadfruit chips in our stores, but we have a pancake mix and a muffin mix that is also in progress that we're working on bringing on the shelves. It's gluten-free for all those persons who are super health conscious, GMO-free and soy-free.
Yeah. And it says classic sea salt.
Yes.
Used in the breadfruit chips. Yeah, Dana had it earlier, so listeners, Dana can tell you about it. But I like the packaging. It's
Very
quite nice.
sophisticated.
Yeah, I like it. And it says gluten-free, grain-free, and non-GMO.
Yes.
Yeah? All right. So just still breadfruit chips. And it's available island-wide?
So we're working on getting it in a few stores, but currently we are in Leeds at Red Hills. We're at General Foods. We are also at Fesco. We're in Montego Bay, Fontana, Portmore, and we're also at both airports.
Oh, you're all of the nice uptown rich place then.
Yes.
Just Chill Foods with their crispy breadfruit chips. Sasha Miller is brand ambassador at Just Chill Foods. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. All right, listeners, that's about all the time we have for this edition of Nationwide at 5. I want to say thanks to all those who made it possible. The super duper producer, Dana Davey. Don't get my massage because of she. Videographer, Jamal Tucker. Business development executive, Diana Buchanan. News and production team, the best in the business, led by Cara Powell and George Davis. Broadcast sponsors. This broadcast was brought to you by the Unicomma Group. Associate sponsors, Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, Express Fitness, and the Heart Foundation of Jamaica. On behalf of the entire Nationwide at 5 team, I'm Ricardo Brooks from New Kingston. Good evening.